This isn't good. I don't know if it's live or not. Okay. Um, I think I should have probably closed out of Streamlabs first before I decided to do this because, yeah, not the smartest thing to do. Let's see. There we go. Dashboard. Go like that. And we'll see what's going on. How you doing, Chris? How you been, buddy? How you been? Get all settled in. No, you're not. You fool. Aiden, you're not. You're weak. You're the last one in, actually. Hopefully the sound's okay. Alright, fuck. I currently haven't closed my Streamlabs for like a good old long time. So the volume might actually not be working for all I know. For all I know. Who knows? Who knows? I've been really busy the last couple days. Whoops. Been out with friends. Shit like that. Dealing with other stuff here and there, but we should be doing pretty good. Oh, that sounds fun. Sweet, thank you. I'm trying to get this done to get a shiny. Gotcha. I wish you luck. I wish you all the luck. How you doing, Jim Lear Zero? How you been, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? Boink. Double Cufant spawn, but no shiny Cufant. Little Cufant. Yeah, no, I had an engagement party. Was it Friday? I think Friday or Saturday. And I went there, spent the night at my friends, and then I stayed there and for the whole entire next day. Got home at like 12 o'clock at night. Got busy with some stuff, then wasn't feeling too great, and then now we're here. That's how it goes. I don't know what shines it. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. You just hope for the best, I guess. Just hope for the best. Let's see. People go outside. I'm in the room contemplating life because my birthday is like a month. I want to die. Oh, geez. It's coming up. Not bad. Not bad, though. I mean, birthdays are kind of cool. You get older. One day closer to the good old tombstone. The good old final slumber. At least for you. At least for you. Degenerate atheist. Jokes, of course. But yeah, no, I'm not the biggest fan of birthdays most of the time. I think they're a lot of pain in the ass. I think it's a big old pain in the ass. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, no, I haven't really been in the mood to play Pokemon lately. I kind of want to like play something else. I don't know. Kind of want to play something else, but there's like nothing else to play. Like nothing Pokemon-esque either. Nothing Pokemon-esque either. I'm hunting for Shiny Kyurem and Shiny Nickit. I wish you luck, dude. My Shiny Nickit took so long to shine, but then it took a long time to shine, and then it like felt like it didn't at the same time though. So I don't know. I know I went over odds because I double hunted it. I got to 1,000 knockouts for each one, and I forgot what else I did. But yeah, it just was like a big old pain in the butt. It was a big old pain in the butt that there shiny Nickit, but it looks so good. Do I change the day before I check see if I don't know anything about that. I don't really see those as like legitly getting shinies. I see those kind of like valueless shinies, so I don't really mess with it. I don't mess with any of that type of stuff because it's just to me it doesn't really have any value, so I always stay away from doing any of those. So I guess the best thing I would say is probably watch like I think it's Blaine's his YouTube videos talk about all that. I don't do those because I don't take a chance with getting caught and all that type of stuff. But I honestly don't know how it all goes. I don't know. I'd looking up. I think it's Blaine's. He has a pretty good info on all that type of stuff. I don't know who else would know. I just know that he was doing a lot of videos. So I couldn't tell you. It's been drawing a little here and there, organizing my disgusting room and chilling. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, organizing and cleaning, especially if your room's messy, is always good to do. I gotta do that myself. My room's like messy, but it's not. It's like it's not that bad, but it is pretty much getting there. It's pretty much like I need to clean up some clothes on the ground, put away a few clothes, and I don't know what else. I don't know what else. How you doing, Everest? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Yes, sir. It's me, Big P. Big old P. Little P Scott. Little P Scoot. Ooh, what's that? Was that a shiny? Not shiny, but a vanillite? Not shiny, but those. Shiny and 5 encounters. I would wish, dude. I haven't shiny hunted for about like a week, which has been nice. Nice little break. Kind of makes me like go like I don't want to play. I want to just relax, but at the same time I want to get some shiny. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. Got shiny life part and ram encounters. Nice. Shiny life part's sweet. Shiny life part's sweet. If I'm on 980 encounters for that boy, and as for Kiram, I'm on 210 soft resets. Damn. Here's hoping you get it soon. Here's hoping you get it soon. I am let me think. I'm at the point where I had a counter for one of my hunts I've been doing, but I think I got like out of like the swing of it. I think I got out of the swing of it for a while, so I know that I'm at like I think 2,000 encounters on something, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was like 2,000 or something like that. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, Aiden. I do in Linton Studios. I think the best thing to do is just literally just force yourself and literally make a pile of things you want to keep and things you want to throw away. Or think about it like this: if you had a fire, put all the things that are. If you didn't, if you were at a fire, put all the stuff that like at least just say that you have 100% of your room. And you can only save like 10% of it, or 20%, we'll say, or 30. You know, something not too big but not too small. Put everything that is extremely vital to you or has a whole bunch of meanings. Put it right into that one. The 30% chance that it'll survive. All the rest goes into the garbage for the most part. Doesn't mean you have to throw it away, but just make a pile like that so you can get yourself settled in and get yourself sorted. Whenever I have to do something like clean of the room, have to like start throwing away some stuff. Doing that though does really help. It makes me really upset, but it makes me upset, but at the same time it's worth it. I do, and Wish Giver. Nice to see you, buddy. Well, I mean, plush is a bit different. Like, you know, as long as if you put them up to where they're at least displayed or something, you just can't be having them poured all over the ground and whatnot. I'm talking like extra stuff. Like, obviously you're a plush collector, but like extra things, like if you have like figures or something and they don't have any room for them, then you can always possibly sell them or something like that. I would recommend like trying to do something like that, because I know a lot of times people have like a whole bunch of just random stuff where like it was cool when you first got it, but as time went by, it's not like, you know, like a big deal. Not like a big deal. But yeah, no, I mostly do that type of stuff, and that's how I get rid of a lot of my junk that I don't need most of the time. Also had some pretty good news, because I know this is going to happen, but I know it's going to happen so fast. Now, I used to collect Halo Mega Blocks, Halo Mega Constructs, mostly Mega Blocks. I stopped around the Construct era, and what ended up happening was, during that time, I would go out and I'd get stuff on sale for really cheap in hopes of making a really huge diorama for like 1/4 the price, 1/5 the price of how much it will normally cost. So if something costs like, normally we'll say like 10, or we'll say $20, I would buy them for like $5 or maybe a little bit cheaper. And either I would do that and I'd get rid of them by selling them at a little bit higher price, making, like a nice return, or I would, in hopes of building the thing I want to in the future, or more so it'd be like a later down investment. So like there used to be this thing called the Covenant Commander set, and it was just a $10 set. Normally just cost $10 in store. Well, once it's been out for like over a year and something, that was just taking up shops, like spots. Not many people bought them. Like people bought it, but like a lot of people bought it, but there was still just so much inventory because they suspected a lot more to sell, I guess. And maybe they just overprinted it, maybe. So which made it to where I am then looked into all the bullshit of it, and I'm like, okay, I could buy them for $250 each, because they went down to $250 instead of $10. If I were to buy 40 of them, then instead of paying $400, I pay $100, and that means I could get pretty much, triple, 3 times more than I normally would. So regardless, when it all comes down to it, it was I bought 40 of them, and I spent 100 instead of 400. Now I had the mindset of either I'm going to use all these pieces to build like a mega structure, or possibly do it for modding later on, or possibly using them as a base paint if I want to start painting figures. I had 40 figures with those sets that I could use just to tool around with and learn how to make customs. Well, once it all got situated, we moved, so I couldn't open any of them. So I opened 2, I think, but I have still like about, I think, 40 that are unopened at that point. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna hold on to them. I'll eventually get to the point where I have enough room, I have enough space to be able to build. Well, I ended up getting there, and we finally moved it back into my place. But then, like, I had enough room for it. Then, YouTube decided to just delete my channel to bullshit. So with that happening, of course, I was like, okay, I'm kind of over this. I got all the hobby. They started making sets I didn't really care for, and kind of like got over it. So I have just sitting there like 40 of these ghosts that cost only $10. I got them for $2.50 each. And now I recently looked at it, and they're being sold roughly for anywhere between $15 to $20, and a few of them sold for $15 to $20. So cool enough that $2.50 investment now turns into possibly $15 to $20 minus fees and tax. I probably get about $10 per them at the minimum, or like the average. So I could turn that 100 into 400 if I started selling them, which is cool because it's just a small investment. But but I knew at the end it would always pay off, and I knew that if I had to, I could always make my money back plus more. And that's kind of like one of my first like testings of trying to do semi-investing, where if I didn't want to use it, I could always just sell it. So now that seeing that how it's been up in price, like all the ones on Amazon are going for, there's only one going for $20. eBay has it to where they sold for $20, $15 like new, and all this type of bullshit. So the thing is that like it's there, and I'm just wondering like what I want to do with it. If I want to start slowly selling them, if I want to save them, or what have you. Anyways, let me get up and let me read the stuff I missed. I apologize. I'll get more into explaining all that. Let's see. Hey, everyone. Just want to say hi. I need to go to sleep. Maybe next stream I'll stay. I wish you luck. Thanks. See you later, Nick. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Sorry I couldn't stream earlier. I planned on streaming about 3 hours earlier, but then a friend needed help with some fish tank, which was all kind of pointless because we didn't actually end up getting the fish tank. It was like a huge old like goofiness. And I was totally fine with it. I liked hanging out with him. It was a fun time. But just was like, I should have been streaming instead. I'll talk about that soon. It wasn't a big deal. I have all my old plushies and toys in a bag to give to my kids in the future. Good idea. I'll be your kid so I can have it. Just kind of process of what I own, no matter what it is. Because as a kid, I don't have much, and I've lost everything twice as long. Yeah, exactly. And I get you. No, I get you. I get you. How you doing, Nora? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Cologne? How are you today, Jaden? But let's see. Sell them and get that Animal Crossing Switch. I know, right? I know. I saw. It's actually dope looking. That's dope. If I could like average like $15 off of each one, and I sold all of them, that'd be so nice. I'd pay off the rest of my little debt thing. Probably get Animal Crossing, not the Switch. As much as I'd love to get the Animal Crossing Switch, I think it looks so good. I think that's I think that's like my favorite Switch I've seen yet. I'm good, Mr. Clone. But what's it called? Yeah, no, I really like that one. But I put a little bit of money into my savings if I were able to sell all of them. I have a few other sets that are worth a bit of money. I have a lot of figures that are worth a little bit of money, but trying to find people to buy them can be a pain in the ass. So what I've been thinking lately is that I've been saying for a long time I want another channel. I want to start doing my old stuff. I want to do that again and work on that because I really enjoyed it and I really did like it. It just came down to being expensive and all that bullshit. But the way I set it all up was in the future I could make multiple things with all the stuff I bought and through time and whatnot. So I'm thinking of is I might make another channel where it's pretty much like pretty much gonna be like either board games. It'll be board games, miniatures, and like Mega Blast. Be like a little workshop. And that's what I've been thinking about doing. Like just like an all around, like if I want to like maybe live stream some board game playing, like with some friends at their house or something, or my house. We have like a day where we do that. Some where you just play, maybe they want to play Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. Maybe I'll stream it. I never did it before, but I always thought about checking it out. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Then I thought about doing speed building. That's pretty much where you get like a set, you open it up, and not speed building per se, I guess time lapsing, where you just do a time lapse as you do all that type of bullshit. It'd just be really cool. Just an enjoyable little time lapse of the sets. And because I have quite a few, quite a few sets that I have built that are a little bit rare, so it'd be nice to, no one did a time lapse of them before, from my understanding. So it'd be cool to be able to build it all and have a video just for that. So that'd be pretty nice. And let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much speed paint, but with like building exactly. Just hit 1,000 counters. Jesus Christ, that's not fun. Flash comes on tonight. Nora's supposed to be back on the Flash, so I'm happy. Okay, that's good. I thought something happened to her where she wasn't coming back. Maybe that was a different character. But I don't know. I hope you can get the Joy-Cons separately. I would assume that they'll probably eventually release them in time, if not right away, because I'm pretty sure they released the Splatoon ones, right? Like the Splatoon Switch, they actually end up releasing the Joy-Cons by itself, so I'm assuming you can. I like the Joy-Cons a lot, but like I think I'd only want to get the Joy-Cons if I bought the console, just because it matches so well with each other. But I don't know. I think like the thing I hope for is that later on the Switch starts becoming like the Nintendo DS, where like they make a whole bunch of them, and in time the price goes down on it to where like maybe you can get a whole entire Switch for like $100 used online or something, maybe even cheaper. Like I hope like something like that happens, because then it makes it to where if you want to collect certain Switches, you can start doing that, which would be nice. But yeah, no, I really like the idea of like in the future they start getting devalued as time goes by. Like 5 years from like now, or 3 years from now, the Switch goes down to where it's really, really cheap, and you can just pick them up for like nothing, just for like a collecting standpoint. Cool. I'll subscribe to get to that super quick. Yeah, I think also I want to do is I want to start painting miniatures as well, and building them. So like if like I've been really looking into Star Wars Legion. The only reason why I'm not going to buy them is why I don't have the money for that. But and then two, you'd have to have people to play with you. So I've been trying to see if I can get like my friends to possibly like chip it in with me type of thing. I've been thinking about asking them, but also that's like, it's a lot of money. I want to just ask like, hey, you want to go 1/4 with me and get 2 other people? So we're pretty much only have to pay $20 to get the whole entire game. But it also comes down to you have to build it, you have to then paint it, and it adds into more money. Because I could put $20 into getting 40 figures that we share between a group of people, and then we maybe next month we put another 20 in to get another of that expansion. Because the Star Wars Legion looks so cool. It looks so cool. It's like it's just pretty much like a tabletop game. You get miniatures for your units, and then you just battle each other. I always want to do those type of games. I have a game I haven't built yet because I haven't trusted myself in a building. I thought I was going to break it. So I've been thinking to test out that, see if I like it, building miniatures. But the point is that I was thinking about doing that, building the miniatures, but also doing time-lapse videos of building it and all that type of shit. The miniatures I have won't be a popular video. I'll probably get like maybe if I'm lucky 100 views on it, but it's a start. It's a thing to test out if I'm good at building and or painting. So it's like it's a start off type of thing. I'll see if I like it, and see if it's like something that's enjoyable. Because back in the day, it used to be really fun making Mega Block videos, but the problem was that it took a lot of prep time and it was really back breaking work. It really just hurts your soul sometimes, man. So that's what I gotta look into. And my biggest thing right now is that I need space. I literally rearranged my whole entire setup for streaming, and I realized halfway through, this is not gonna work. So I had to rearrange it again. And that's what happened. I think it happened yesterday. I was fixing my shit. My back hurt a whole bunch, so I had to just like not stream because I was in too much pain. So yeah, I know. I'll get into what I've been looking at lately. How you doing, Dennis? There's so many shiny huntings going on. I can't be on all of them. Wait, see. I can't be on all of them. There's so many shiny huntings going on, and I can't be on all of them. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm a little bit slow on my interactions with the shiny hunting. I'm being a little bit dumb myself. It's because I'm talking. When I have like a good thought going on, I mostly like stop what I'm doing and just talk. So I should have probably had like an extra 2 times encounters, but I've been really slow. Let's see. I've been making speed paints for freaking ever, dude. Got my start actually from wanting to show people why I draw things. Exactly. I get you. Yeah. The cool part is Flash has 2 refight all villains he fought from 1 through 6. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a boss rush. It's kind of cool. They kind of did in like a Sword and Shield, where you at the end of it you verse a whole bunch of like the people over again for the like Elite Four-esque type thing. I thought it was pretty cool. I wish they would I wish it wasn't like. I like the way they did it, but at the same time I didn't, because like I wanted an actual Elite Four. But I think it was overall a good, cool thing to do. A good old cool thing to do. I love painting to us. If I custom figure painted anything like archaic art, be garbage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like that. You use that. I can't pronounce that word. Art. Oh, fuck. I know how it's pronounced. I just can't think of it. Like Yeah, you use, I think, that type of paint, or use a different. There's a few types of paint you can use. It just depends on the plastic and depends on a few other things. But pretty much, yeah, I'm not good at painting either, but I want to learn how to be better at it. I want to be able to try to do that. So my first figures are gonna be god awful, more than likely. The figures I want to paint and build, they are in the Robotech line. It's a show I always talk about. The problem with that is that it had such huge potential to be an amazing tabletop game. And they did a fundraiser about 4 years ago. I think it was in 2015. So maybe it's like 5 years ago at this point. And what ended up happening in that fundraiser is that they hit 1 million something. And this is before like people were really making it really big in the whole thing, you know, like to get $1 million in a Kickstarter was really like 2015 around era, 2014. That was pretty big to get $1 million on a Kickstarter. Especially in the board game, you never know with tabletops, but it's such a beloved franchise and people love it. So they made the Kickstarter. What ended up happening was so many people backed it, you know, but the guy got cocky as he saw how much money it was and he mismanaged it, and he made it to where he just kept like dragging it along, and it took forever to get all the stuff that they were supposed to get. And it was this huge old mess, and what should have only taken about probably 6 months at the longest in total to print everything, to make everything, to write all up after they got funded, took to about a year to him to do, which made people angry. And there was like barely any updates, which led to a whole bunch of people very angry, rightfully so, like very little minimal updates. And they didn't take back any criticism. They wouldn't take any criticism whatsoever. So it was a huge mess, which completely tanked the project, even though it had such amazing potential. And it sucked because I was so happy for it, because I've been waiting for something like that forever. The good side was I got it at least. The bad side, we put a lot of money into it, and now you can get them for like $50 the base game. I think we put in about like $165 for 2 games, or maybe it was $200 for 2 games and extras. But we never. I don't think you ever. I think they delivered like 2/3 of the extras. They left some out, and then we got the base game, which was pretty cool. 2 of them. That's cool, but now they're like $50. So that's like why it just sucked ass. Like. Now they're only like $50 compared to you paid about 100, which happens with any game most of the time, but not too much miniatures. Mostly miniatures go up in price for some of the stuff if it's been out for a very long time. If it's doing well, that is. Like if you do like a Warhammer releases like a core set, they did in time, it'll just go up because it's Warhammer. But yeah, no. So that the game's pretty much like jet fighters that transform into robots, into mechas essentially, and then the bad guys have like these things that are like just like. They're like imagine an eyeball with 2 legs on the side of the eyeball, and that's how like or under the eyeball type thing. That's kind of like what some of the aliens use. It's like a mecha with like just 2 legs, and then like it's like one big bulbous eye bulb. Pretty much just an eye bulb. It's a bulb, and yeah, so like I have to paint those, and I'm thinking I want to do like what's it called, show accurate to like exactly pretty much a Mike Wazowski, pretty much just with no hands. That's like a good example. And his legs are a lot longer. You didn't think they could be like a lot, I should say a lot longer and a lot like skinnier, and you didn't think they could be any skinnier than they actually were to begin with. But I want to do like show accurate colors for it. The problem that happened was to get show accurate, it's gonna be a lot of money to buy all the paint for it, because it'll be like you need so many different paints to be able to do that. That leads into just a huge old mess. So I think I'm just gonna go with purple squadrons. I'm gonna try to do like maybe buy like 2 purple paints and then paint them accordingly like that. I thought about doing like a black and purple mix, but I don't know how the black would work with the purple, and I don't know how they would look like. It would have to be like a dark purple or like a very like bright purple, and I'm just not sure. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do white and purple, and that's what my jets are gonna be like. Oh, how you doing, Meeks? How you doing? And Cody, how you doing? How both of you doing today? Paints are expensive. Yeah, they're not too bad, because like I'm just gonna use like the smaller stuff, and I shouldn't burn through too many. I just have 2 boxes of making miniatures, so I think like for like I might need like $10 for 2 of these one paints, and then like another $10 for another paint, which is pricey, but not as bad as I thought. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, like maybe 15 per each in total, but no, I'll be fine. They are still really expensive, but it is the Meekinator. I've been good, by the way, Cody. I've been busy. If I haven't been sick, I've been just busy. I had an engagement party, and then my friend broke up with his like girlfriend of like 3 years. So I talked to him about it, and that was really I felt really bad for him. So I chatted with him about it, you know, and it's just yeah. So and I mean, to be fair, no one really liked liked her too much because she was kind of a bitch. No offense, Nick, if you're listening somehow. She was kind of one. But yeah, no, so I had to talk to him about, so he's giving him some vent. He's at the stage where he's really, really sad, but also really angry and kind of just like accepting it, but not really. Like, I think he's the one that broke up with her, yeah. So it's like he's still under a theme. It'll just be over stupid shit. And like my friend Nick he's very dense on certain things. Like she's like, I'm not feeling too good right now, like I wish we could cuddle. He goes, yeah, cuddling would be nice, but he actually like he doesn't understand that that's like, hey, come over and let's like cuddle or something. He goes, yeah, that'd be nice. He can't pick up. He's a bit of a spurg. He can't pick up on certain social cues like that. So you have to like drip like, I need you to come over and come cuddle me right now, and he'd be like, oh, that's fine. He would come over in a heartbeat, but he doesn't differentiate. He doesn't understand. Like he literally doesn't understand. I was like, man, oh Nick, you're killing me, buddy. You're killing me. So like which I think also would lead to problems because he told her many times, he goes, straight up say, if you want me to come over, I will come over. And that's just like, she need him to understand that like if she says something like that, he needs to. He goes, that's just not the type I can do. I think the reason why Nora's coming back is because this is a new world Green Arrow made during Crisis. And oh, that's just too much for me to read. That's just too much for me. That's just too much for me to understand. Too many worlds going on in that universe. I got to it though, Nora. Gotta get up early, so maintenance people are gonna show up at 7 in the morning. That's not good. Dude, why the fuck maintenance people coming? Tell them they're not allowed to. After a certain brand of really popular watercolors there, and they are so dang expensive. Yeah, I can imagine. Especially if it's like a nice brand, or it's like a name brand that is like, bounded to like one series or something, or like one thingamaboober, like a certain style. It goes into like a more niche market where it might be a big market, but it's like, just for one particular type of style or something, or maybe it's all around type of thing. I don't know. That's weird. It's getting late. You better be trying to get some sleep soon. Why 7 a.m. have all time of the day? The thing that's gonna say is they're gonna say 7 a.m. and they probably won't be there till like 10, knowing how stupid these things are. Oh, so he's me. Yeah, pretty much. He's a good guy. Like I said, I don't think he's ever wronged her in any way. It's just that she would always get angry when he tried to explain to her, like, hey, listen, I am very dense and I can't understand certain things. And I have a little bit of tismo. So, like, he tried to explain that to her and she still just wasn't, like, like, if he's trying his best, you're not trying to understand certain parts. And it just led to other stuff, too, other small things. But overall, it just was a little, hard to do. So he just broke up with her and, moved on type of things. Currently healing. And she's trying to be his friend and whatnot still. And he's like, I don't want to be your friend. Or she's trying to like talk to him. So he goes, I can't talk to you at least for like a good 3 to 4 months, maybe 6 months. That's just like an estimate type thing. So it's just, yeah. It's just a big old mess. So hopefully he's all figured out, all sorted soon, and he can move on from her and just stay. She can just stay out of his life. I tell him like, I'm the same way. Sometimes like for the most part, we were like the same people at times. And I think that if you have been friends with someone, you dated someone, you can't just like for a long time, or like you've been in like an intimate relationship like that, you can't just be friends after they break it off type of thing, like that's just not me. Like it's just not easy for someone like me. Other people it's easy for. So it's just like a weird thing. So he's in that same ballpark where he doesn't want to even be your friend because it's just too much memories and too much other stuff, and you see them go out with another person or something like that, just kill you. It just kill you. So yeah, I'm just hoping the best for him. Let's see, guys, pray for me. I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed in 2 weeks. How you doing, Molly? How you doing? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's fine. It's not gonna be a big deal. You literally the thing that sucks is after, like every time after some type of surgery, something is when it sucks. Right away, and when you're going to it, there's barely ever any pain. If there is any, there's majority of the time you're never gonna have any pain like that. Only they just help you out and they just pluck them out and then you're all good to go. It's after we have to sit there and like hold your mouth a certain way, or you can't close it a certain way, or you can't eat for a while. Don't be scared about getting the whole teeth pulled out and all that type of shit. Get more annoyed that you're gonna be inconvenienced for after the surgery for a while. But then going in your mouth and whatnot, it's not a big deal. The weirdest thing is when they have to like numb you and then like put the needle in you and get it to where you can't feel anything at all in your mouth. That's the weird part. Not a bad part either, just like a weird pressure-y feeling. But really, it's not bad. It's not as bad as most people think, if I'm being honest. It's not as bad. I haven't got mine pulled, but I've had a lot of them do a lot of stuff on the mouth and whatnot. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's between 7 a.m. and 12 a.m. So they're probably gonna show up in the afternoon. Waste. Yep, that's how it goes. Let's see. Can't stay because I gotta somehow fall asleep soon. Yep, maybe fine. See you later. See you later. Thanks for stopping by, Meeks. I appreciate it. So I couldn't stream earlier. I had plans. I had to go fucking help my friend with a fish tank. It was a pain in the butt because we had to keep going all over the place because all these things just started happening. But you figured out what was happening. I'll explain in a second. It's just crazy. But yeah, get some sleep. I should be up hopefully earlier than normal and streaming earlier than normal. I might play some Outlast on Twitch. I don't know just yet. I'm going to see how I feel about playing Pokemon tonight. I'm already kind of like semi-bored. Just because I've been like, you just get a little, I hate needles. Yeah, I mean, me too, but it's not as bad as you think. You just have to like literally just kind of clear your mind and think about other things. Or you can even close your eyes, I believe, when you do all that type of stuff. I don't know, because I don't like them either, but you just have to like go in and just relax and think about other things and just close your eyes. And I went through when they did the removal of cavities and all type of shit with me. I didn't realize the whole entire time I could close my eyes. My eyes were open the whole entire time. It sucked. The problem I have when they're doing mouth stuff is I always have to cough, and it's just like the most uncomfortable thing ever. And that was more uncomfortable than if they had to like drill. I think without the things that make you numb. I'd probably take that over not being able to cough. If you're gonna cough, then they end up going and messing up something. They won't. They're professional. They know when you're about to cough, but like I just get a little self-conscious about that. I spoke with me for the last time we dated on and off 6 years. We knew each other. Exactly. Yeah. I think it just depends on certain people can get over it. Other people can't. I'm for one. I'm not really into the whole, if I've put any more than like, if I put a good amount of time into you and then it doesn't work out, sorry, bucko, but I just can't. I'd rather not. I'd rather not, because I'm not going to get caught up on it. Even if it feels like I felt better about it and I felt good, it still would just be a weird thing. Even if it was like a mutual thing, it still wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, you still have some type of semi-feelings, and I would rather not just have to think about that. Or to see, like, they update a profile picture or something, or they update, like, they get tagged in something where they're on a date. It's just like, you might be good now, but later on you might not be. So I think, like, the best option is that if you don't work out with someone and you really did care for them, you just got to delete them off everything and just never talk to them again. Or at least not until you're in a... No, just don't talk to them ever again. Just don't talk to them ever again. You're gonna get stuck up. You're gonna get caught up on stuff. I mean, it's a brutal way to look at it, but I've been down that myself, and I've seen too many people do that. I had to get my teeth drilled into once because I had to get plates on my molars, and they had to inject me with them stuff 4 extra times. Yeah, I think they only did 2 injections for me. That sounds horrible. Not that like horrible in the sense like I had to sit there and just deal with all that. It doesn't. Honestly, injections don't really hurt because they numb you, but like it's just like weird. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. Like I don't know how to explain. It's just a really weird feeling. I did that about like I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I got my teeth all fixed up. I think it was 2 years ago. Around that time, I was still playing The Walking Dead. So about like 2 years ago. Salsa water is good. Salsa water, ugh, disgusting. I don't have a feeling like I just have a feeling like Cufant has self-destruct or explosion for some odd reason. I don't know why. Wait for the pain to go away. That's true. Yeah, man. I don't know why. I had like something like I'm not sure if I have like fucking wisdom teeth growing in myself because they said I had an impacted one and one that might grow. But I'm like 27 going on 28, and they kind of like the cutoff time is around this time, sometimes earlier. It just depends with people. And like right here in my mouth, like. Or my working teeth is, I feel like one's possibly growing in and it's coming out of this, like my side of my mouth or something. I don't know. It could just be something else. I'm going to try to go to the dentist pretty soon. But just like a weird thing. So I think I might already have them growing in. I think they're trying to push out the, maybe the other teeth in my mouth, which I hope it's not the case. I don't know though, but, it's just wild. It's really not that bad though. I mean, you just have to like, just really like, hold on to the chair and just think about other stuff. And if any discomfort happens, just squeeze the chair and just relax. That's like the best I can give you. It's nowhere near as bad as most people. Like most people read up on the horror stories or they think about how just horrible one experience went maybe for someone they knew. I mean, they didn't have the best experience before, but overall, it's mostly those like one times that happens, unless you're going to the same person. That maybe just something weird, but mostly not the case. I mean, you're mostly good off. Yeah, it just depends though. I've been tackled to the ground before to get eye drops, dude. I'm really terrified. Jeez, yeah, no, eye drops would be a little weird. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think I'd just accept it, but yeah, no, I get you on that one. That's weird. Probably my mouth is too small and had to hold these teeth. My own teeth are like cracking them up. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Yeah. It has to be done or else you're gonna be out a few teeth. It's gonna mess it all up and cause a lot of, future surgeries then and future messing up in life. So it's almost like a this way, like you do this one surgery now and then you save yourself from like probably like 5 or 6 other visits or something, more visits in the future where they have to go through and fix teeth and whatnot. So which also would cost a lot more money in the future as well in the long run. Yeah, no, I had one tooth right here is cracked and it crumbled. It's like it's pretty much an exposed tooth. It's like pretty much like broken in half, and it is not fun. It's like I have to get it fixed, but I can't because I don't have my insurance and whatnot. So I'm trying to get that all sorted out too. And it's so annoying because like, I have to constantly clean it and make sure like I don't got food in there because then it starts like breaking down and getting all gross and smelling gross, and then it's just like it just hurts if you get in there. So I'm always good. I always clean it, but there's some days where like maybe I'll go out to my friends, eat, and then like not realize I had to brush my teeth because I'm over there still. I spend the night and then it ends up something small gets in there and then all of a sudden like my fucking mouth just smells like ass or something because it's like pretty much food just getting decayed in there. It's nasty. So yeah, got insurance back from my job. That's good. I wasn't done exactly. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Same here. Yep. I get you on that one. Like it's right when I got my insurance, I went right into that. That's good though. Glad to hear you got your early insurance covered and whatnot. Well worth it. It'll be good though. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. I got one busted tooth and it just was so bad because the things like my teeth are pretty like they're not good, but they're a lot better than most people's teeth around my age that have teeth problem. Is because I never drank or smoked. I did drink a decent amount of pop, but then I'll also not drink it. Like I was sometimes I'll drink it for like a while, like maybe like for a month I drink it every day. Then I'll go like 3 months without drinking any pop or any sugary type stuff as much. So like I was spared having even more horrible teeth because I did not do all the extra bad stuff. But I still have like those moments where there's certain like I had a decent amount of cavities. Like I had a lot of cavities, but like not too bad of ones. But it's just because I wouldn't I didn't like maintain my teeth as much because I would forget to brush and I'd get lazy as a kid. I never had like an enforcement to brush them. But the main thing that's happening right now is that a lot of my I would brush at times, but I would never floss or I would not have floss. Because I actually did like flossing a whole lot. That was actually something I like to do. But since I didn't floss, it got all the gunk caught up in there, which then caused it to slowly erode my enamel, which then made it to where pretty much without enamel, your teeth are like pebbles or something, like little tiny like I don't know how to explain. Like they're like nothing essentially. You could just flick them and they would break. Without enamel to protect it, it's like a protective coat, and it causes that huge breaking of stuff. So yeah, I've always had decent teeth. I have a little bit of buck teeth to some small extent. They kind of like go out a bit more, maybe like curve in a tiny bit for my front teeth right here. But overall, my teeth are always pretty nice for formation, just not good in the sense of, and they weren't always like they weren't too bad. But what happened was that I got that happen and it eroded my enamel. Unless it's called something else, I'm probably messing up what it's called. It's just a protective coat. It might be something. These are two type of things. I know enamel's for like putty and painters and miniature creators. So I might be enamel is probably called. I'm probably gonna mix it with something else, but it's something like that. Enamel, wherever it is. But it's pretty much like this protective coat that goes around it. That's kind of like makes your teeth from going to like pieces of plywood and they turn them into like steel, to where like if you don't have it and someone punched you, you'd probably lose your whole entire teeth. Like all your teeth, lose your whole entire teeth. Lose all your teeth is the what I wish I should have said. But it's just pretty much a protective coating that goes around it and makes it to where it's all good to go. And I learned that the hard way because I had none on this tooth, as you can tell. It got busted. Well, I had half of it. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And it's really good. It's just like an extremely protective coat that makes it to where like where you can get hit or you can get hit by something. For the most part, you do it. Yeah. There's usually right between the last molar in my mouth and wisdom tooth coming in, and I can't touch it with my tongue because The nerves are actually exposed. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, like when I am have to clean out my if anything gets in my tooth, I have to like clean it out. I have to get like something like to poke it or something like to get it pulled out like a toothpick. The little tiny ones they have a handle that are like not handle. The floss with a handle. I'll use that part and I'll get it out. But if I miss and I touch the nerve, it's like oh my god, it's the worst feeling ever. Because I didn't know for a long time that the that what would happen is that obviously it's pretty much like everything that like gets chewed and has saliva and all that extra stuff onto it, it will slowly break down into your mouth and cause it to where it starts decaying, just like it would like in any type of thing. It's pretty much just there, it's just decaying. So it causes it to where if it puts it in your mouth, it gets semi-infected and causes it to where it just has so much pain. I'm like, what are you talking about? The things that you get like the big pieces out. You can get the big pieces out and it's not a big deal, but sometimes it'll be a little tiny piece that you don't know about. Because mostly like when you have something there, you know something's in there. Like you can feel it, even if it's like a small thing. But there's times where it's like little pieces and like they slowly just get in there and it gets right on the nerve and causes it to where it's just like, pretty much like clean this because oh man. And that was like the first like month I had it. I was like, why is this happening? But I'd always brush my teeth. I'd always get some water and do a little and then spit it out. But what I've learned, you had to just sit there and go like do something like that for like 5 minutes to get it all out and make sure that's every little bit of it. And it's just disgusting, just gross. But man, oh man, I cannot stress about how much is important to floss and then brush your teeth. Always floss, then brush your teeth, then mouthwash if you have mouthwash. Which I haven't brushed my teeth or flossed within the last couple days, but I've been at my friend's house. To be honest. Let's see. Yeah, hay nerves is the worst. Yep. My teeth are legit just screwed because the people who used to tighten my braces literally destroyed my teeth. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, don't know why I do this, but I pick at my gums with my nails and it soothes them. Why is my mouth pain a thing and I know it's comfortable? That's weird. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you have to make sure you always floss because that's honestly it's almost better just like if you had to pick between floss and brush your teeth, it's almost like sometimes better to floss your teeth because when you have that food buildup and whatnot on your teeth and it will slowly decay, at least like when like you maybe like slide your tongue against your mouth, at least you're semi clean it and whatnot to where it doesn't really stick as much, so there's not as much to erode the enamel away. Whereas if you were to, you can't use your tongue to clean out your gums and clean between your gums and between your teeth. So at least with the floss, you could pull it all out and then you could run your tongue against it. If worst case scenario, I was saying like if you had to pick between that, you shouldn't just do one or the other. I'm saying like in the worst case, I would assume that the flossing is better. I mean, it's obviously better to brush in certain cases, but yeah, always do the flossing, then brush your teeth, and then spit it all out, and maybe get some mouthwash. If people don't have enough money, I always recommend going to the dollar store. They sell like a pack of like I think it's about 50 or 60 for $1 of floss handles, where it's like a little tiny handle that has a little floss on it, and that will save you. If you do it like once a day and it's a 60 pack, you got pretty much almost 2 months. I recommend doing it 2 times a day. Obviously, brush your teeth, but even I don't do that. But I try to. When I can, I remember I will. At least once a day, use those. Completely a lifesaver. Without those, flossing is so hectic and so irritating because you're like having to like go like this and you don't get enough leverage. The little tiny handles help out so much. So obviously you want the better ones. There's like ones that are made by Colgate, which have I think there's like a special like coating on it to where it can like cause it a bit more. And yeah, so you obviously want to get the better ones if you can, but if you have very little money, that's what you want. So that electric toothbrush is better. Yeah, electric toothbrushes are nice. I had one for a while. I still have it, but we end up like the brush part where it like cleans it all off. It's just the frills just have gone busted on it because I've used it too much, and I tend to put a lot of pressure. And it's like like a cheaper one. They were like probably like $8 or something. Just like like one of those smaller ones. Nothing crazy, but it did a lot better than a normal toothbrush. But the thing is that once you have an electric toothbrush that spins and whatnot, and you put a lot of force when you brush, which I tend to at times, it tends to break the frills and whatnot. So kind of irritating, but that does happen. So I currently been using a new toothbrush. It's just like a simple, like maybe like a $3 one, $2 one. But I want to get one of those like nice high end ones that are like $30 to $50 type of electric toothbrush. I also want to get one of those. There is a little thing, and it's pretty much an auto flosser almost. Like in the sense, you just put it next to you where you normally floss around the area where your teeth are. You push a button, it shoots out a whole bunch of water at a really low psi and just blasts away all of the plaque. It blasts away all the shit in between your teeth and all what have you. And it's just a really good way to open up your gums in between to make it to where you don't obviously have to floss. It is flossing, but like it's a way faster way. I really, really want to get one of those, but they can be a little pricey. Not always, but when you're doing stuff like that, that's where I go like I probably want to get the more pricier one if I'm going to get one. Because I'm a little, it's almost like putting like a little tiny mini gun to your mouth and blasting away it. But yeah, I've always wanted those like electric flossers that just shoots out water, has like a little nice PSI. It's like pretty much almost like a power washer, extremely miniature power washer. I want one of those really bad. This gave me a toothbrush that I can connect to my phone and see which parts I need to focus on more and see which parts I miss. Oh, yo, that's nice. That's cool. I kind of want one of those. That's like an electric smart toothbrush. Or it's a smart brush or something. That's wild. That is too cool. Yeah, no, I wanna get something like that. Should I order the Animal Crossing? My bad. Building blocks. Should I the Animal Crossing online, Horizon Online, or download it? Honestly, this is how I see it. I would always 100% recommend buying it because one, if you don't like it later on, you can like you say you beat it and you get bored of it in a year. You can then sell it and you get your money back, or you can trade it in, or you can do something like that. You can always return your money. Maybe in the future, 10 years from now, that goes from being a $60 game to a $80 game, $100 game, just because of scarcity and not be able to pick it up anymore. It's not easily accessible. I'm not sure because sometimes Switch games do go up in price, but that's when they're more scarce. I don't know how much you're going to get printed of this. I don't know how it's going to go. This is going to obviously give me a really big game, so either it will flood the market or it'll be so many people still have it because they like it. People are looking for it in the future. It's kind of scarce at times. So I would always recommend picking up the thing. It looks cool on display having the case, but downloading it is extremely convenient. However, downloading also takes up space where you're going to have to, do that type of shit where just say that the space is currently on your Switch is 32 gigabytes and you have already used most of that in Pokemon and other such things. You only have a little space. You don't have to delete stuff for it. You might have to delete some stuff for it. So unless you have like a nice SD card that holds a whole bunch of data on it, I wouldn't ever recommend downloading a game. I'd always recommend getting the physical thing. You can resell it. You can lend it to a friend and you can have them lend you a game, or you can just put in your collection. It looks really nice. I've been wanting to start getting my Switch collection updated more. I only have one physical copy game, and I have like Pokemon. I have all 4, but they're all downloaded digitally. I have Super Smash Bros. Downloaded digitally. So I kind of wish I had them physically. It's just a little bit more easier with the whole convenience sake. And then you can play it like right away when it gets released. But then again, you're also younger, so would you be able to even play it at midnight launch? Would you be able to, will you be having school? Oh, they mostly get released on Friday, so I guess you would be fine to play it at midnight launch. But yeah, I know. I would recommend just doing them the retail or something like that because you'll have something at the end of the day. Also lights up red when I put too much pressure on my mouth. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's actually really cool. Damn, I kind of want to look into that. Does it have a changeable? I mean, I wouldn't get one. I'll just ask if my insurance covered when I get it. I'll be on spring break. Okay. Do you think you'd be able to wait, like a couple hours type of thing? Would you want to wait? My bathroom thing doesn't work, so I gotta brush my teeth in the shower. Yeah, no, I mostly like to brush my teeth in the shower, to be honest. Honestly, I like it. It feels nice. It's just like, I don't know why. It just feels nice. It just feels good. Yeah, if you can wait, I'd always get the thing. Mostly since I stream, I'm a streamer, I can't wait. But I think I might with Animal Crossing, I might just get the physical copy because I'd rather have that. And I think I can wait. I think Haley might be coming up during that time, and we're both gonna play the game. She's gonna bring up her Switch, I'm gonna bring up mine. I might just have it to where I pre-order 2 copies, and then when she comes up, she pays off hers, and I pay off mine type of thing. At the same time, we both pick it up and we go home and play it or something. I honestly don't know. I want to be obviously one of the first people to play Animal Crossing. It'll bring in new viewers, all that type of jazz, yada yada. It's good for the channel or good for Twitch, what have you. But at the same time, I'm not like the biggest Animal Crossing fan, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I just don't know just yet. So I'll talk to her and figure out what she wants to do. Maybe she wants it faster. Maybe she would want to wait. I don't know. I'll figure it all out. To avoid YouTube and sleep late. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I'd probably avoid YouTube, and it just sucks because you wouldn't be the first person to get the thing right away, So you'd be kind of like goofed on that. And three people live in a trailer at home. That's only one bathroom, so especially when your parents 6 years old and have the time. But yeah, exactly. And I get you on that one. I get you on that one. I get you on that one. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan. That's good. The thing is that like it's not like I didn't like the game per se. I just liked Harvest Moon more. I like the livestock of Harvest Moon, like where like you had to like get cows and animals, and you had to like I said cows and animals. I would say cows and chickens, horse, sheep, and whatnot, goats. I like that a lot more than just like doing what you do in Animal Crossing. I know there's some type of stuff you can buy that has some type of thing like that. I think you can get like a pet or something. I'm not 100% sure. You could fish. That's what it was. In that game, you could collect beetles. That's what it was. I think fishing and beetles, which I liked. You could do that in Harvest Moon too, but they had a better system for at least beetle collecting, I believe, and bug collecting. But I overall always liked the Harvest Moon type games a lot more than Animal Crossing, and I didn't get to play much Animal Crossing, so I'm hoping that I can change that soon and enjoy this one. And I'm really hoping that this one like does so well that I could just stream it for a while and not have like I'll do my stream will do so well I don't have to worry about streaming. Playing Pokemon. But honestly, like Animal Crossing is one of those games where it's like you play it once, you beat it on stream, or you make a YouTube Let's Play of it, and then you don't really play it again. You only like streaming wise, you just play it by yourself. Maybe DLC comes out, then you stream it and play that. But overall, like you're not really like doing too much. You're not really doing too much with those type of games when you're a streamer. But yeah, I need to go to the bathroom, then suffer. I showered just a few hours ago. My parents flood the bathroom whenever I'm trying to get out, or in said shower. So I say I keep screeching like maybe you should have done that before. I know, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we only have one bathroom here, but luckily it's like a decent like size one. It's like not big or anything, but it's like it's like if someone really has to go, they can just pop in really quick and go. But I know like with my friend's trailer, he has his bathroom was like you're like right next to the shower, and it's really weird if someone had to go to the bathroom. Ours has a tiny bit of space, so it's not as bad. But yeah, no, I know like I'm looking forward to Animal Crossing. I'm looking more forward to Red Rescue Team, or I'm not Red Rescue, but the Mystery Dungeon remake and the Pokemon expansion. I might be playing Luigi's Mansion 3 in a month or two. I'm not sure. I think when Haley comes up, she'll probably let me borrow it because whenever she beats it. So maybe not. Maybe in like 3 months. But Haley bought Luigi's Mansion 3, I believe. That's what it is for the Switch. Yesterday, she's been liking it so far, and once she gets done with it, she said she'd let me borrow it and play it, which is pretty cool. So I'll probably stream that. I'll probably stream it. I'm gonna go into it semi-blind, I think, which is a bad idea because I'm not good with puzzle-esque type games where like you have to solve certain stuff, to get to the next area. Yeah. Mine's about the same, but like the shower's decently, so it's not as it's like done to where it's not as weird. But I can get that for sure. Because my friend's trailer has like two. My friend's trailer has like two bathrooms. My friend's old trailer was so cool. It's like a one big bedroom connected to a bathroom, and then there was pretty much we'll do it from his room onwards. So it's pretty much like his bedroom, which was pretty large, then a bathroom connected to his bedroom. Then you'd go outside of his bedroom, and it'd be the living room, which is decent size, goes into the kitchen where you can put the table, and then there's like a little tiny stand type thing to where you can put the cabinets, and then a decent sized kitchen, not too big obviously, but it's a trailer. Then that's that whole chunk leading into the laundry room. So it's like pretty much like it would go bathroom, laundry room, but separated by a wall, his bedroom, the living room, leading to like the dining room, leading to the kitchen. And then once you move to this part of the section, it went a decent sized like board game room, maybe where you could play board games or cards, hang out, which lead to a bathroom. You go out of the bathroom, go to the right instead of the left to the bathroom. You'd go to the right. There'd be a room here that was not too big, and then another room which is not too big, but decent enough. And it was a really nice trailer. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really, really cool. And if I had to get one, I'd probably want something like that, where it's like good amount of space to do stuff. Good amount of space for sure. Animal Crossing comes out. I'm looking forward to it. Seems it's gonna be fun. I haven't looked much about it because I don't want to be disappointed by either it not being too like, I overhype it. I just want to go into it. But then again, like I didn't look at anything about Smash. I was extremely disappointed in the new Smash. I got my controllers mixed up. Like, why doesn't it let me run away from this battle? But overall, I am I'm looking forward to it. Blink. It's funny because I always say like, games aren't that expensive. It's not a big deal. Like $60 is not a big deal. But at the same time, like, um, uh, I am but at the same time, it's like it's only $60. But I mean, like when I say it's only $60, like I didn't really plan on getting this game until more recently, like last couple months, and I've already bought in. Like when I buy games, I mostly only like buy like 1 or 2 games a year, sometimes 3. But I try to like not buy too many games because like I don't have money for it. And, like I don't really play video games too much in that regard. Like I play this game a whole lot because obviously I bought it. So if I'm gonna play it a whole lot. So I mostly invest my money accordingly. But what I'm getting at is that the how do I say this? I'm trying to think. The This game I'm not looking too forward to it. So $60 was a lot to me. I could just go to the game store right now and pay like $5 off each week or something every 2 weeks, $10 off, and then I already paid a hefty amount off. I maybe even paid it off by the time it comes out. Yeah, if you do $10 a week every 2 weeks, you got about like what? Oh no, it's oh damn, sorry, February. So it'd be a bit more than just that, I think. Yeah, it'd be a bit more than $10. I'd do like $15 and every 2 weeks, and it would pretty much paid off on the day that it comes out. Do a little bit faster, but point being is that like it's not much. But when it comes down, I've already bought a couple games this year. I already bought a whole bunch of stuff this year that I normally wouldn't have. $60 is like, ooh, too much for good old Chrissy type of thing. But I think generally, if you like a game a whole lot, it's worth putting the money into. I'm not like the hugest fan. I'm scared Amazon will mess up my address up or deliver it late. You should be fine. I've never had a problem with Amazon delivering stuff. If I'm being honest, I've been a person that bought from them for years. I never bought a pre-order type thing, but I'm more than likely they're not going to mess it up. Like 100% they wouldn't. I'd say, let's see, unless like there was something wrong with their area where it says like might be delayed or other such small things. That'd be like the only case. But overall, you should be pretty good to go. You shouldn't have a problem. The only thing I like about the trailer I live in right now is the fact that the back porch is super close to an area where blue jays come to nest every year. Blue jays are my favorite birds. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me something about that. Like, not that, but the blue you like in blue jays. I like it was like called cardinals and red robins. It was like the well, obviously red robin means it's red, but I think cardinals and red robins are supposed to be like really beautiful red birds. I'm not sure so much about cardinal. I think it is. Yeah, I like cardinals. Those are pretty cool. I don't know much about birds at all, but I do like those. Red robin's the place you get food. Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. But so going on to what I've been thinking about possibly doing for another channel is obviously doing speed builds for Mega Blocks, and maybe I'll get a Lego every once in a while, but I don't really have money to spend. I don't really want to do that. But I think must be a whole bunch of sets I had. It'll be for like diorama / mocks. That means like if I create a scenic pose. I'll try to say cinematic with scenic. I'll just say cinematic, but I'll try and put scene into it. And when you're trying to go for a pose like that, it can lead into spending a lot of money because you want to add more onto it and you want to be the best you can be. At least that's what I do. So luckily I've had enough pieces. I should be able to make a few dioramas that makes it really scenic and really nice. So I should be good. I'd like to do those type of things. Diorama is pretty much like where like you create something and you then make a little story if you want to, or like you like maybe like a mission from Halo. You reenact it type of thing with the figures and whatnot, with all the bricks and what have you, that type of shit. Or like you can do a mock, which is called like my own creation or some gay shit like that, where like you might build a custom police station for a game that you played or something, and you added all these small details on your own take on something. And yeah, so I thought about doing that again, just as like a small, like I can just take a break. I can maybe stream on that, like just for a little bit each week or something cool where I don't plan on getting a lot of people. Just we can just sit down and chat as I build and just hang out. But I like that idea of doing that. And then I'm trying to get into the whole miniatures again, where I can, because I never had enough money to buy the individual pieces I need, which costs a lot. Like, it's not a lot, but it does add up. So like right now I need clippers that cost anywhere between 10 to $20. I then need to get a filer, which can cost anywhere between like 2 to like $10. I need to get super glue, which only costs like $1 or $2, which already my friend just bought some. So I don't even need this, or you can have it. So I might use that, but it only costs like $1 or $2. Not a big deal. I then need paint. That's where it gets a little pricey. The paint will be a pain in the ass. Then I don't know what else I need. Like, that's pretty much it. A scalpel, like a Zecto blade type thing. A scalpel, a Zecto blade, I think they're called. And just some other small stuff for cleaning up of the figures. And I just want to make it to where I can clip all these figures I have, build them, paint them, and if I like them, maybe once in a while I'll buy a little bit of like the Star Wars Legion sets, clip them, build them, make a time lapse, make all that type of stuff. And eventually in time I can hopefully get some friends to also want to pick up some of these, and we can do little battle videos and whatnot, and I think it'd be pretty fun. So yeah, I'm working on, I think, getting some of those supplies, but once again, very little. I'm trying to get them for under like $30, $40 in total to get it done with. Don't think it'll happen. I still want to get an exercise bike, but my friend's like, go look on Facebook Marketplace. I want Facebook Marketplace for them. There's a lot of bikes on there for not too expensive. Like if I was gonna spend like 200 on a bike, I could possibly get it on there for like $50 or so, or something like that, like $20. I saw one that looked decent. I've looked into all that. That doesn't look too bad. I'm very surprised by that. So I might think about looking into that place again. And that way I can get right there. I don't have to build it. You know, the person probably is going to I'll just get like borrow a truck or something, pick it up, put it in there, and then take it home. And the funny thing is that you do find a lot of people that like are little scammers. I saw someone that bought, like, they had an exercise bike, they labeled it for 200. I went on Amazon, knew it sells for like 150. So I was like, yikes. You gotta be careful what you're getting. So I'm gonna keep looking on there. I might ask my mom to look on there, see if she can find something. That's a good idea, you know. Also, I saw treadmills on there, but it's like that seems like when I think of treadmill, I'm always thinking you're gonna pay at least $400 to like $1,000, just like 400 to 1,000, not $4. 400 to like 1,000 plus, just on a decent treadmill. So like I saw one on there for like 50, one on there for like 100, which I was like, oh, that's probably a good idea because I never looked at the treadmills. But I know most treadmills cost, I think, like 600 to 1,000 plus just for a very basic one. So seeing a treadmill possibly for like 100, because I never looked up because I don't want to be butt hurt. So this is all just speculation. I looked up once and I saw a lot for like 1,000, like back in the day. So I'm not sure if there's any that are cheap. But it makes me wonder if there's like if the ones for 100 possibly are worth it. Because if so, I might try to have it to where we get one, and then I have a treadmill, a bike, I have a weight set. Then I have to look up weights too, dumbbells. If I can find some like a good weight set, my friend has so many weights. I might ask if I can borrow some. I went to his house yesterday and he had his whole entire workout equipment. It's just because a lot of people use it. He has 3 people there that would use them. Him and his brother and then a roommate. And he's had so many just all littered across his, like, not littered, but you know, just they're all over the place. I'm like, damn. So I might ask if I can borrow some. Because but then again, he's been using them because once he broke up with his girlfriend, he was like, he looked at him and said, I got back in shape, dude. Like, I let myself go. I'm like, yeah, just a little bit, buddy. Something about doing that as well, getting some of those, see what happens. Hopefully some good stuff will come from that. Who knows? If not, he would also say he'd help me go find them for cheap. If we end up finding any, he would help me get there. But my grandma has a hand in my creativity and I love for drawing, but she was an artist. Her specialty was art. How do you say art? I don't even know how to say it. Even if you tell me how to say it, I'm not gonna do it. Painting though. I don't remember her at all, but I met her only once and she passed away when I was like a year old. I can understand why she thinks that way. You know, I could get that. Yeah, I could get that. Kind of ironic that you don't like that type of painting, but you like the watercolor painting instead of that, and you're better at that one than the other one. A little bit of irony in that, but yeah, no, I've so right now, like, I'm trying to like balance out my finances where I'm not spending too much money, but I can also get stuff to kickstart things and get it all sorted out. So right now I'm just trying to figure out everything, how we're gonna do all this, how everything's gonna work. Right now I kind of want to look on Marketplace for a little bit longer, find an exercise bike, hopefully for 50 or under if it's cool and if it'll work. Then I want to get that equipment and maybe buy one singular Star Wars set just to test the waters on it after I build my Robotech sets that I have already. And then maybe like once every month I'll put $20 aside once I start having a bit more funds, which I might start selling some of my stuff too to get a bit more funds for that and other things and savings. Maybe like once a month I'll buy one like the new sets that just came out, put it on the channel, like, paint it, all that type of jazz. I think that'd be really good. Build it, then paint it, either speed build or speed paint, what have you. Probably like a show how to build this type of thing. Because the thing that sucks about miniatures is that people don't really ever show how to fully build each individual miniature set that comes out, or how to fully paint them at times, which my paint job is gonna be horrible, but it's gonna be like a work in progress. But like I go to search up like, this built or something, like, like these assembled, and they only have it for like, they'll have like, we'll say like a clone one phase of a phase one clone trooper set. They show you how that one is, and they'll show you how to build that. Then do come to phase two, the same person, even though he bought it and painted it, he doesn't show the assembly, which is a little bit different. And so like each set, I'd like to have it to where I have an assembly process so people can know exactly where to go and if they need help with the individual thing. Because there's other videos, but each person has different styles, or they might not do it the right way because they don't have it as professionally set up and whatnot. And it's just, it can be a mess, or they drag on too long just chatting about things that don't really matter. So I would really like to be able to do that as well. But that costs a ton of money, so we'll see what happens. The reason why I'm so interested in the Star Wars Legion miniatures compared to something like 40K is 40K is so much more expensive. The Star Wars Legion is actually pretty reasonable, and they don't cost too much. But also because last year, about the 6 month in, 8 month in, like, around the August time, the July, June type time, they released the Clone Wars, which is my favorite series, and it's relatively new to where they are still like starting to just like, they only have like the core set out, and then the stuff that's in the core set, but just the expansions. So you can like, you don't have to buy 2 core sets if you have enough things, but also they have like these upgrade packs which give you more figures and whatnot for your base core set, which is really cool. But overall, they only have like, we'll say like 8 things released for the Clone Wars era, compared to the Empire has like 15 things, or like 20 things each, for them. So I'm trying to I'd like to get into Clone Wars because they obviously are releasing things and they're more new and more like, I don't know. So I don't know, but at the same time, the Empire's so wicked, dude. I love the fascistic style of the Empire. It's so dope. The Nazi / communistic take on the Empire is really cool. Very, very, very much love the aesthetics. Food time, gotta go, but I'll probably be back after a little bit. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to catch up with you. Hope everything goes well. Hope the clean goes well if you're gonna continue cleaning and sorting. But hopefully we can I can figure out what I want to do, because like there's so many dope ass Empire sets, man. They have like the Dewback set, that big ass lizard with that one stormtrooper on it, Imperial Trooper, I believe it is. I think it's an Imperial Stormtrooper. I can't remember, but it's so cool. They have the shit. They have speeder bikes, obviously, that are sweet, but they also have the scouts on it. But you also can buy scout packs, and they give you 7 for like $24 or $22, I think. Normally $30, but obviously on sale. They have so many cool things. Oh, they have so many cool things. They have Death Troopers and Shore Troopers. Death Troopers look really cool. They're all black, and they're just really highly trained. I think they're some of the best ones. I have to look back into the lore. I can't remember. But they look dope. They have Shore Troopers that just look sweet. They don't look too cool. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Shore Troopers. I'm not like the largest fan of them. But like, they were a really good unit in a game I played. And without them, one of my teams would not work. And he just made it to where it just was so good and so OP. So I loved him. I've grown to like his aesthetic through time. I still think it's kind of ugly at some point. But, I really like this. The Shore Troopers are a ton of fun. I enjoy them. So I think a squad comes with like 6 or 7 in that pack, and they're, I think, $24 right now, normally 30. The problem is that if I go on the Empire route, I have to paint them to the official colors, and that's where it gets a little irritating, because, which I like the official colors, I also want to make a custom purple unit, and there's no real purple units in the Empire. They're always defaulted to 1 or 2 colors for their like type of ranks and whatnot. They mostly, sometimes you get a specialty of rank of a short trooper where maybe he's a little bit more customized to his fitting, but you mostly can't break regulation. And So I wouldn't paint a purple stormtrooper, but I could easily paint a purple clone trooper because there's a in lore there's Mace Windu as the purple storm or purple clone troopers. So yeah, I'm kind of like in the schmood of collecting those on the offhand and building my own army, but I don't think I will. Let's see. Neon was here. Copperage. Looks like Squidward. Good luck getting that out of your head. I know, right? It reminds me of like that weird abstract Squidward where he painted himself in that really weird abstract way in that one art episode. I think where they enter his house and look at all his shit and whatnot. Or someone where like it's yeah. The episode where it's all about him and his performance of trying to make it. I think was that the Super Bowl one too? Where I don't know. There's a few that reminds me of. But yeah, no. I don't know what I want to do just yet. I'm not sure if I want to buy the supplies to start building that and just make a secondary channel where I can slowly do that. I don't think that channel will ever really do too crazy. It's more so I can also make it a hub to sell my figures I have and to sell other such things. So I don't have to like rely on YouTube, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens. I'll try to work on this channel more. Obviously, this will I think be more related to obviously only Pokemon for the most part, Nintendo, and more so upload videos and streaming. Move to Twitch for streaming, and I'll make a secondary channel for like miniature figures and Mega Blocks / Mega Constructs and maybe Lego every once in a while and pretty much building stuff. Let's see. Hey, it's Pika. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Hey, started watching you when I saw your compilation of Shines. I really love your. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we have thank you. We have a good amount of people that tend to stop by from those things. Like one of my best friends on here and viewers, Meeks. She actually came from one of my Let's Go comp videos a long time ago and became good friends. So hopefully that's the case with you. Hopefully that's the case with you too. But we make a lot of good friends off of those. So I'm really happy I released that just so I could get the people to new people to come in through that. Thank you for the kind words though. Hopefully we get something tonight. I don't think we will. I'm a little tired too, so I'm not too energized. So I do apologize if it's not as entertaining. And we're kind of just like, bull crapping, I guess you could say, while we are just chatting. I'm pretty much just trying to figure out what I want to do with all these things I have and what I'd like to get into. I've been really liking the Star Wars Legion tabletop game, man. It's so good. Building brash more like belongs in the trash. I mean museum. I know, right? But yeah, no. I really want to play the Star Wars Legion. It looks so cool, man. I'm not like a fan of building miniatures or painting them because it looks like it's gonna be really hard, but at the same time I've always wanted to. The ideal thing is to buy the starter set every time. It's like $80 on Amazon, but it's $80 on Amazon. But it gives you 40 minifigures along with terrain and all this other stuff. So it pays it off, but it's like not worth it in the sense of when you have very limited funds and you're not going to play it often. It's not worth it, So I'd rather just get like something small, like a $20 set, and just paint it, have a good time, and slowly, buy when I have enough money to, saved up for it, which will probably never really happen because I'm always broke like a dumbass. That's just how it goes. So I am yeah. So we'll see what comes of it and whatnot. But I really do like the idea because I like Star Wars. The thing is, I like Star Wars, but I don't like it as much as the other guy that likes it, type of thing. I like the Clone Wars era. It's my favorite. I like the Empire's troopers and whatnot, and the whole like aesthetic and the whole entire worldview. I think it's really, 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 I guess like demented and cool. I like the power hungriness of it and the extreme xenophobia. I guess extreme everything. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. Like, obviously it's a horrible thing. You don't want that in real life. But I like to be able to go into that fantasy world, just annihilating everything that isn't like you. I think it's really funny. Just firebombing a whole entire planet because it has like a tentacle popping out of its head, or turn them into like a slave populace because they don't look like you. Like that person, like they have like little tentacles coming out of their ears, but other than that, they're pretty much human. Enslave them. kill them all. But yeah, no, I always like the aesthetic and the mindset type of thing through like, of course through the lens of just, in a fantasy world. But So I kind of want to get into the Empire. They have so much more. They have so many wicked units, but the Clone Wars is so cool. I have so many of my favorite units are in Clone Wars too. And you can color them purple. I can't make anything purple on the Clone Wars, man. So very distraught. Don't know what to do. There's a small part that wants to just go the Empire route, because even if I do the Clone Wars, the problem is that like I don't know which paints, what type of purple colors I want. I don't know all the stuff that comes with it, and they don't have an official like they're recently releasing official paint colors for your minifigs that you have. So the Empire will have all the, like, you buy the Empire palette, which is like $23, I think it said, and you'll get all the colors that you would normally need to buy, but it's the official colors. So like, just say you buy a white, it might not be the same white that the Empire uses for their armor. It might have like a certain tinge to it, like maybe a creamy color to it. You don't know the exact thing unless you buy it, or else you have like someone else that painted them and they have that. So getting the official colors and the official markings and all that type of shit for the Empire would be really nice, compared to just going out and buying something that might not look too good. So, and I don't know if I can mix and match paint. Most of the time you can't really mix and match the paints. Like you can, but they sometimes don't come out right, or they don't look as good. So I'm very spooked. I don't know what to do. Empire's a little bit cheaper. Clone Wars is newer, so it's not too much more expensive. Just might be like $1 too expensive, $3 more expensive. There might be some sets that are $5 more because it's new. Like the new Clone Wars Phase 2 clones will be like $35 when they come out, and it might take a while before they drop down to like 25 or 27 or something, like how all the other ones are. So I'm just really on the fence. I don't know. I'm only gonna buy like one little set at a time, very, very slowly. But dang, dude, that would be dope to do Clone Wars because all the colors. But the official Clone Wars paint doesn't have purple in it. They only have like, I think, 7 paint palettes, 7 paint colors for the palette. And it's like, do I want to gamble and then buy some Citadel paint? I don't even know what type of company they're using. So I've been very like all over the place the last couple days. I've had a thing where I filled up my cart. I see like, ooh, it's a little pricey, but I think it's well worth it. Then I empty the cart, and then I fill it up again and I empty it. Or like I just mentally think, maybe I'll just get this, and I'll just build them. I won't paint them for a while. Then I'm like, no, that's pointless. That'd be dumb. So I don't know. Like I want an airbrush. That'd be so dope. But like back in the day, you could find an airbrush for like $30, $20, and you could buy like a pump to make it to where you can just like use your foot or like a hand, and it will let you pump it. Now I don't really see those because they don't really work too good, but they worked good enough. I don't see those anymore now, and now they cost like fucking, to get that like a paint airbrusher. It costs about anywhere between $40 to $50. I mean $40 to $80 just for the airbrush, which you can get the $40 one, not a big deal. But then you need to use a air compressor, which then pumps all the air to it, and instead of using like a hand pump or like a foot pump, because it just wasn't applying enough pressure. So like that will cost like for all that, it would cost about like $120 to $150. It's just brutal. So just food. Let's see. Just curious. Do you hunt using other methods? Yeah, it all depends. In Sword and Shield, since there's such poo-poo methods, there's only like really like, pretty much one method. There's Masuda method, then Ram and Connor. The fishing is technically not a method. It's just like, I guess you could say it's a method in the sense of like you're doing something different. But sometimes I'll do like the friend safaris and X and Y. I enjoy them quite a bit. They're faster and funner. Other times I will do chain fishing if I'm up for it. I'll do like the let's go where you can just chill and just relax, or you can do a catch combo. I do quite a bit of methods, but lately since Sword and Shield everyone's playing, I've mostly been just doing this. I don't really do Masuda method because I don't feel like they're as valuable as if I find it in the wild. However, I do acknowledge it's a faster method, and there is is overall better stats wise to obtain through Masuda method, because you can make a perfect Pokemon essentially. Where in the wild you might get a whole bunch of poo-poos, moves, and abilities and whatnot, which I'll just like, ability capsule if it's not a secret, I guess, or if it's anything like that. But I only shy hunt. I don't actually play the game competitively, so I mostly don't care about that. Excuse me. But I find it more rewarding doing it. There's also exclamation points. My favorite hunts are exclamation points in this game. They're way harder, but they're way more rewarding. The problem with Masuda methoding is that it's not so much a problem, it's more of a ease of access, but makes it to where like it makes people not want to hunt anything out of that, because when you do exclamation point encounters, you might hit like 5 shinies before you get to your one shiny that you want. So you might go to phase 6 just to get the one shiny you want. Where when you Masuda method, unless you're randomly bumping into Pokemon in the grass, you're never going to phase. It's going to be 100% what you want at that point, just go to the bridge and Masuda method breed if you're afraid of that. For the most part, it's got 100% success rate on what you want for the shiny. You'll never get a different shiny outside of that, unless you're like doing something like Indeedee where you want the male version, but you get the female constantly. But I like Masuda method because it's more convenient, but I don't like it because it's kind of boring. I hate collecting the eggs. So if I had a thing that like the switch up that I would make it to where it just auto collects the eggs, but not actually like hatch the eggs. I wouldn't mind hatching all the eggs. I still think it's a little cheap, but you know. My favorite method is like the fossils. We get like 50 fossils, we'll say, and then you try to collect them all. Once you collect them, it's not shiny, then you just reset. I do like the fossil hunting method. My favorite, I think, all time hunting method outside like these generic ones are. I really, 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 really love the horde hunting and X and Y. X and Y I think is one of my favorite games because the reason why is that while it did like change a lot and they did make things to where it's a little bit more like not so user friendly for full out hunters. There is a lot of good that also came from X and Y, and that's all the hunting methods. Like there was like the radar, I believe. There was friend safari. There was horde hunting. Ram encounters is always Masuda method as always. Don't really count those as methods, I guess you could say. Those call them Masuda method, but you get what I mean. Like egg hatching. There was fossil revives. There was very very little soft resets. That was the biggest problem. Which then Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire fixed, which I think is X and Y. I mean 6th gen, not just X and Y. I mean the 6th gen platform. Where like Oris and X and Y were on, it led to like the best type of hunting. Because you had so many different ways. You had the wormhole hunting in Oris. You had so many good ways and so many different methods. Add into it chain fishing, and it made to where like if you didn't feel like hunting just by ram encounters, you go do something else. You don't feel like doing either of those two, go somewhere else. And like they made to where they surely devalued a lot of shinies to where like maybe a shiny that was a lot rarer in old games, all of a sudden you could obtain really easily. So like it feels like you kind of like maybe that hunt that took you like 300 hours to complete in like a 1-8,000 game, you can now complete it in like around a couple hours in this new in like X and Y onwards when you have the shiny charm and whatnot. So a little half and half on most of stuff. At the same time, I think it's also good to make people keep going because I can do full out hunting. I think full out hunting is more brutal in a 1-in-4,000 game than a 1-in-8,000 game because I always feel like in the 1-in-4,000 game I should get it. It still should take a while, but I should get it within like at least a couple days or within a day or so sometimes. Whereas 1-in-8,000, I'm suspecting to, sit here for a week to a couple months or something, So, yeah, I do a lot of different methods. Lately, I've just been doing like, what's it called, this game, and maybe like an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire soft reset for the starters or what have you. But when it comes to this game, I've done fishing before. I don't like having to click it exactly at the time it pops. It's not my favorite, but it is kind of fun. I did the tree shaking method, which is this method right here. We'll go do one really quick. We'll do that right there, which you might have seen. We got the gradient. This is a decent method. The problem that they royally messed it up was the fact that it was a that made me really upset. There's only 3 Pokemon through the tree shaking method. Had you added about 10 in total, or even more than that, obviously you want more. But if you at least had 10, these tree shaking methods would have been really cool and really enjoyable. But they really dropped the ball on that. Or should I say drop the berries? But yeah, no, like that method's kind of fun. Just that there's so little Pokemon. There's only Cherum, Squoovit, and Gradient. So I'm hoping the next Isle update would have we'll have some more Pokemon to hunt through that. But who knows? Who knows? Hopefully some bug Pokemon. I don't know why they didn't add more bug Pokemon that drop from this. Kind of irritating. Oh well, it's just shit happens type of thing. What else is there? There's some other good ones. I love double hunting in black and white too. One of my favorites. I don't like Sun and Moon SOS hunting. I feel like it takes too long. It's very particular. You have to really pay attention to what you're doing sometimes. Not always, but most of the time if you're multi-hunting, it's really hard to SOS hunt if you're like streaming as well. So don't really care for SOS hunting. I like the soft resets for Pokemon XD Gal Darkness a whole lot. You pretty much just put down a piece of cheese or whatever it is, a snack onto a slab. Then you go to the new area, like where the Pokespot is, and you just walk around. And right before the slab gets triggered and activated, you save like a step before it, right next to an exit. And then when you start up your game, you literally walk forward one step, and then it'll say like, oh, okay, your Pokespot's ready. You then leave the map and go to the Pokespot that's ready. And the moment you walk in, you'll be able to tell if it's shiny or not because the overworld sprite will show if it's shiny or not. And if it's not, then you just reset and you have to like walk one more step. It reactivates, and then it's just a rinse and repeat. It takes a while, but it's well worth it. I got my Gligar that way, and oh my god, the Gligar is so beautiful. It's one of the best shinies I've seen in so long. I love the colors. It's like instead of being like a purplish color, an indigo type color that Gligar normally is, he turns into a like a blueberry, like a sky blue type color, more of a sky blue. And it looks so beautiful. I think I have I never actually uploaded the reaction to that. I should probably do that soon. But he has a silver tongue and he's all blue and it's so beautiful. Instead of like, I think it's like, I don't remember what its tongue colors. I think it might be like some type of like reddish, purplish, pinkish color normally shiny. I can't remember. Excuse me, but I know it's not no fucking silver, dude. It's like a nice gray color. So beautiful. I love it. I think that's for sure one of my favorite shinies. Yeah. How you doing, Marks? How you been, buddy? Nice to see you. Sorry I haven't been streaming much. Sorry I've been like, all over the place. How you doing? Have you started classes again? I know you were starting them pretty soon. I love how Ferrothorn just walks around. He just does douche. I mean, good. Okay, physical. Yeah, I thought so. Damn. Sorry to hear that. It's all good though. I've been, like I said, just like either busy, sick, or that. I'll deal with this new computer. Oh, okay, is it finally you start ordering it, or are you building it, or what have you? You started up. Have you ever gotten to like miniatures, like tabletop games, like Warhammer or anything like that? You ever like, not even like played them, but like ever like thought about getting into them type of thing? I recently been like really enjoying it. Looking at those type of things. I have an old miniature set, so I've been trying to get it. I've been trying to get that built up and whatnot. Yeah, I love them. I saw they have a Star Wars one. Like I've known about the Star Wars one for a while, but they just made the Clone Wars. I've been really wanting to buy just a little bit of it, build them up and paint them. I've been thinking about it, but at the same time, it's really brutal. I've been searching on Sapphire for Mudkip for a long time. A few days ago, I got shiny uncatchable Poochyena, and I really want to quit on Mudkip. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Is it a dry battery or is it how is it? So I didn't know how it worked. Let's see. The only frustrating thing that happened so far is my graphics card was defective after 5 days. At least you got a replacement. Sorry to hear that. That's fucking irritating. Sorry to hear that. I luckily have not had a single problem. I had little bits of problem, but like not a minor, like a big problem like that. That's more of like mine were minor problems that just were a little goofy. But sorry to hear that. Glad you got it sorted though. Hoping God nothing happens. I know, yeah, same here. Hoping for the best. For sure, give me updates on it. But so I was hunting the Torchic a while back, and I had a dry battery in Ruby version. What I didn't know in Ruby version and Sapphire version, if you have dry batteries, they pretty much work like Emerald does, and it makes it where you have set shiny frames. And I didn't know that. I thought it was because I was told like once your battery goes dead, it only affects in-game events, but it doesn't actually affect the shiny rates and the shiny pattern, I should say, like the frames. It totally doesn't mess it up. But apparently, after even more research, it totally does. However, I didn't know about this until I got my shiny what's it called, Torchic. What happened was I was resetting my game, and I think I was resetting for about 2 days or 3 days. I don't remember. But on like the second day or third day, I got a shiny uncatchable Pooch. I'm like, oh, it hurt my soul. I was a little upset. I'm like, that's just stupid. But that means that frame was already established. That means that's right there, right then and there, And it's in, I think it was about 10 seconds in. So like once I started the game, I had to wait 10 seconds before I clicked on the Pokeball again. And it had to be exactly at that 10 seconds, exactly at that milliseconds. Everything had to be perfect. And that's exactly when I'd always get the Poochyena. No matter what, I'd always get it. Or not Poochyena, or be Torchic. But I'd always have a shiny frame. But it was kind of like a reverse because it was mine unlocking instead of that one. So I had the base thing where I would know when I always would get the Poochyena. But I didn't know when I would always get the Torchic because it's a little bit different when it's your Pokemon compared to the opposing Pokemon coming out. So with that happening, I just kept soft reset, not realizing because people like half the people in chat were like, yeah, you need to fix your battery before hunting, or else you're gonna have to keep restarting your game, making a new file and whatnot. Or you have to be extremely lucky and get it within a certain amount of time. So like the next day after getting the shiny uncatchable Poochyena, I got the Torchic, which was amazing. But at the same time, then everyone told me you got extremely lucky because your frame to get the shiny Torchic was like a few seconds, I think, after the Poochyena, and you just so happen to sit there for like 10 seconds explaining something, and which then made me, when I was doing that, I think I was either chatting or I was explaining something, or I was doing other games before I did that Ruby. If I hadn't waited that extra like second, which normally people, you don't wait that long when you're playing your game, you mostly don't wait sitting there unless it's like, intentional, because your shiny rate. I didn't. I just got lucky and I ended up getting my Torchic. So I got the Poochyena, I think, about 2 to 3 days in, and then the next day I got the Torchic, which made me very, very happy. But at the same time, it was a little brutal. I think I was hunting 8 games at that time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was hunting 8 games at once at that time. Maybe 9. Shoot, maybe even 10. I was hunting 3. Didn't know about this. I'm just hunting on Game Boy Advance SP and a copy of Sapphire. Okay. So if it says that like the battery is dry, what I recommend doing is look up how to oh man, there's a special video explaining how you're supposed to soft reset. So like there's 2 methods, because what happens is once you start your game, it generates a seed to know exactly when, if you have a dry battery, when it's going to pop a shiny, because it'll be at a certain time. Like you might be like, once you get into a battle and once the battle's over, it then re-rolls the frames. Think about like almost like an old time projector, and the reel that's on there spins, and the shiny will be at this part of the reel. It starts spinning it, and then whatever you land on, like once you enter a battle, it will stop it and it'll land on that, and it will click exactly onto what you need, and you'll know exactly when the shiny will be. However, hitting that exact thing can take a long time. Maybe you have a shiny frame that is like 5 seconds in. So once you get out of a battle, if you get into another battle 5 seconds later, you'll get a shiny no matter what every single time. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's like the simple of it. You might have a reel that's 2 hours before you can get a shiny, and you have to be exactly at that 2-hour mark, exactly at that thing. Like, it's really weird how it works. So what people do is they figured out a way that if you, it's kind of hard to spin. Like you'll start up your game and you'll do 50 soft resets on a new file, and you might like click it right away. You might start, like you might just spam the A button, and the moment that your game starts, you just keep spamming it. If it's not shiny, reset and just keep spamming it. And you can't have any break between when you have a chance to interact with the Pokemon and have it pop out. You need to do it like right away. Other ones have it to where once you do 50 of those and it fails, there's another method where you can then make a new game entirely, do your whole nickname, all that other bullshit, and then you have it to where it then, when you start the game, it lowers a little tiny drop bar that says you're in this area. Once it drops all the way and hangs there for about a second, you then click it and it will tell you, then you'll be able to see if you wait exactly then, they do your interaction with the thing, and it's kind of weird how it works, but it makes it to where if you'll get a shiny frame within this time frame a lot easier than if you just had it done. I don't know how to explain it. It's very hard to explain, so I very much apologize, Pika. But when it comes down to it, it's like it's really weird. I recommend looking up a video how to get the shiny starters in Sapphire and Ruby, because if you don't have if you don't have a new battery, and it's a fried battery where it says like the battery's dry, then it can cause it to where it messes it all up. Let me see. Well, how do I tell if I have a dry? Okay, well, if right when you start up your game, before you get into like the main menu part where like it shows the emerald thing, it'll say like your battery's dry. If you don't, then you're doing it fine. If you have a battery that isn't dry, then totally fine. Like when you load up your game, it will start like this like blue screen with a little bit of text, like blue and blackish screen. It'll say like the battery has dried on this game, or is dry, or something like that. You might not be able to do like certain events or something. It'll say something like that before you actually get into your game and like get to actually interact with the world. It's something like that. You can look up like dry battery screen on Google for like Ruby version and Sapphire, and you'll be able to see if you have one. It's right when you start up the game. You have to like every soft reset, you have to go past that menu. Let's see. Doing that was so annoying. I could imagine. Let's see. I can imagine. And then you put I found out what killed my last GPU. What happened? Yeah, okay, you should be fine then. You should be fine. Like if you have Emerald, like they really fucked up the game, and they made it to where Emerald. How you doing, by the way, Stitch? Sorry, I was talking about the. Yeah, I think you understand what we're talking about. But so how you doing? Your sister popped in, talked about how she's getting teethy surgery, wisdom teeth pulled. You just chatted with her for a bit, but what's it called? Pretty sure Tepig's free scrolls for Rose. It totally is. Thank you for bringing that up. It must have unplugged. My bad. There we go. It should be good now in a second. Hopefully in a second. I must have bumped it. Okay, apparently there it is. Thank you. Thank you. Good thing we didn't get a shiny that time. That would have been tragic. Yeah, so like Ruby has the same exact thing as Emerald if it has a dry battery, and I was told that wasn't the case by tons of people, by the way. So later on, I looked into it more, and most of the people that made videos saying that they didn't say it in particular, they later on had to make another video, or they had to explain another way that it happened. Because we even watched a video where it said that. It's just really weird. Let's see. This fan speed wasn't fast enough to cool the graphics card, so it ended up burning itself to death. Yeah, that would. Yep. That like my current setup has I think like 6 fans on the side of it that just constantly run, just blow all that air because I don't want to take any chances with that. I actually thought about installing a few more fans. I have quite a few fans all against the outline, and it constantly just blows the thing and makes it to where it's all good to go. All good to go. But yeah, make sure that you have that all aired out and whatnot. I know some people only like running 1 or 2 fans, and it causes it to happen a whole lot. Yeah, I have a rather large case too. My computer's heavy as hell. Also, I've been sick all week. Damn, that's not good. Got the coronavirus. She's dead. Yeah, if you don't have the dry battery thing, you should be totally fine. It just can take a while. You might get stuck into a very long hunt, so just be well prepared. I'm not sure how many 1/8000 hunts you've done before, but yeah, it's a very much a pain in the ass, but it's well worth it. And it feels so great when you get it. Let's see. The fans on the cart itself are now running at 1,880 RPM rounds per minute. I think that's what it means, which is what my other fans are close to. Okay, cool. Yeah, make sure that you have that good airflow. I'm afraid that I have to get some new fans too, just some more. I mean, I think I have 6. I have 5 or 6 of them, and they're all just like all alongside the whole computer. And yeah, it makes me wonder sometimes. This is my first one. Okay, yeah, so just buckle up. That's all I'm gonna say, and it's well worth once you get it. And what happens is either you're gonna enjoy the hunts and want to do more, or you're gonna dread the hunts. Now I'm not sure like how much money you have. Like you don't have to tell me, but like if you have a bit of money, like a bit of spending money, the best way to hunt 1/8000s is to go on eBay, just say and look for DSs like DS Lights. I recommend DS Lights, not a DS. What's it called? Eyes or anything like that. And you can buy them for anywhere between DS Lights between $10 to $20. I only recommend everybody buy them for that much, or even Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a huge place to get tons of good deals. And while you're doing that, you can then also just say you get 4 other DSs or 3 other DSs. You can then buy some like foreign Pokemon games, like Pokemon like Black or White, Japanese, or Heart Gold Soul Silver. Did I say Heart Gold Soul? Okay, yeah, I was thinking about Alpha Sapphire. You can get like the Heart Gold Soul Silver games, and if you get them in a different language, they're actually rather cheap. And like you can always like if like once you play through, I'm not sure if you're okay. Well, if you never played through Heart Gold Soul Silver, don't know where to go, or Gen 2, then you might not want to get in a foreign language, but then it costs a lot more. Or you could buy it just in a foreign language just for hunting, and then look online to see how to get through certain parts if you're stuck. But you can get those games for a lot cheaper. Like I think a Black and White Japanese version of like Black and White 2 can be anywhere between like 5 to like what's it called? If you're really lucky, 5, but 5 to like $20. But you can mostly find them for like 12 to 15 if you look hard enough on eBay. And you can get all these games for a lot cheaper than if you were to buy them in English. And then what you do is when you're 1/8000 hunting, you get into an encounter. By the time you get into an encounter there, you go to your next game, get into an encounter, then your next game, get into an encounter, and then your next game, get into an encounter. By the time this first game got done with the encounter, your other game's about to be done with the encounter, then so on and so on. And once you run from that one, then run from that one, run from that one, run from that one, you can do the other one. So it's really easy to multi-hunt, and your chance of getting a shiny increase only because you're doing so many games at once and you have so many ways of hunting. Wait, Black and White it's 1/8000. Yeah, Black and White's 1/8000. Black and White 2 is 1/8000, but also it can get put down to 1/2200 roughly, because you can, or 2200, because you can get a has Shiny Charm in black and white too. It's a little tedious, but you can get it. But if you ever like extra money, you're like putting a few like have extra buckaroos. I always recommend like talking to old friends that might have DS lights. I highly recommend trying to pick them up or any other DS. It can be other DSs too, but if you want to hunt like easier in the 1-8,000 games, I recommend getting multiple DSs. 4 is like a decent output. If you have like 4 hunts going on at once, which isn't hard. It seems hard. Trust me, it seems hard, but it's really not. Especially if you're just doing random encounters, because the old games don't really have too many methods. And you're just doing random encounters, they increase the chance of getting a shiny so much faster. I was getting at least a couple, I think, shines a week doing that. At least 2 to 3 a week on the 1-8,000 games. If I was going like really, really hard, sometimes more. Other times I had tried and get like nothing. But in general, the more you hunt in a 1-8,000 game, the higher chance you're gonna get a shiny. And the way that works, you're gonna be able to output pretty good. I got to put my panels back on the PC. Is on. Yeah. That's always the biggest pain in the ass is when like you have to like fix up your PC. It's like put it all back on and slide the panels back on. Like I have a big old panel that gets pulled apart on the side that you just slide back on. And like it's such a pain in the ass to put back on. It's hard. It's just a pain in the ass. Let's see. Along with the Sapphire Hunt, I'm doing Ram encounters with Tangle's Shiny Charm. Yeah, no, I love going with Tangle's Shiny Charm encounters. They're good. That's a good idea. Those are 2 great ways to shiny hunt. 2 great ways. I was doing that myself. I was doing 2 times Glimmatangle, 1 full odds, one full odds and 1 in this Shiny Charm account, and now I was doing the black and white soft resets and whatnot, like I am now, which I'm a little bit slow with black and white because I've been just more in a talking mood. More in a talking type mood, just to, chitter chatter and bullshit. But yeah, no, I highly recommend if you're gonna get into 1-8,000, you can still hunt singly, on 1-8,000. It's better to multi-hunt it. So like good ways are too if you have friends that have like older siblings, if you're younger, because I don't know how old you are, and don't worry, you don't tell me, but if like you're like, we'll say like you're like around like the 13 to like 15 range or something, then you probably don't have a lot of people that have DS lights, but their siblings might have DS lights. They might either ask like, hey, could you sell it to me? I'll buy it off. You only got a couple bucks. Maybe you'll buy it off. Maybe you'll do it, or maybe you can trade them something for it, or what have you. But you can pick up DS lights for rather cheap. You can haggle with people, and that's a good way. The next good way is, of course, 2DSs like I have right here. I don't think you can see it. I don't know. But this 2DS, it's a capture card. It's a bit different, but like the 2DS is really nice because it lays flat. You can then just spam it. It makes soft resets extremely easy for back in the day hunts. There's a lot to it that's really good about 2DS. It's a bit clunkier and a bit chunkier though. So space does get taken up, and it does kind of get a pain in the ass with doing some hunts in it though, I'm not going to lie. But overall, I like the 2DS if we're going with that. Another one that's pretty decent 2DS is 2DS XL, obviously, and the 3DS XL with the new setup. The new like the new 3DS XL, which has like the 2DS buttons. Those are good too, but those are also a lot of money. But if I had to recommend DSs, I highly recommend the DS Lite and the 2DS. Those are some of the best hunting DSs out there. Let me think. Another good thing is if you want to hunt in the 3rd gen platform, which is Fire, Red, Leaf, Green, all that type of stuff, you can get more Game Boy Advance SPs. These soft resets might be a little bit more tedious because the button pressing is a little weird, but like that's like the most viable and easy way to do it. So obviously, I'd recommend maybe more. And you don't take as much space with the Game Boy Advance SP. That's what's cool about it, is that it doesn't really take up much space. So you're pretty good. I'm also struggling to figure out a target to hunt and shield. Did you end up getting the axe shoe or anything? I think I saw you post something. Gift card if I started streaming. I think I saw you post something, Stitch. I can't remember. But like if you end up liking it, like obviously don't just go out there, like first see if you can do it. But like myself, I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I have 8 or 9 DSs in total, and 3DS, like mixture of 3DSs and 2DSs and DS Lites. I have 8 or 9, and like being able to hunt all those at once can be a little taxing, can be a little hard, but it busts, it just speeds up and ramps up the process so much. It's busted. It speeds it up so much. I'm completely off course of where I'm supposed to be. Too much talking and not paying attention to myself. But that's a really good way to hunt, is multi that way, because you have so many hunts going on at once. There's so many things and so many chances and whatnot. It's enjoyable, and they pretty much, if you the more discs you have, just the just mostly outputs, and you think like 9 discs at once, that's probably not that good because the timings will be all weird. While they are, if you time them out perfectly and plan out your games perfectly, it's really good, because by the time I started one hunt up here and got to the very bottom of this hunt and got the encounters, I could then start running away from this one, run away from all the other ones, and it would be pretty much like in set. It just was really nice. I miss those days. The only reason why I don't hunt them is because it's mostly because Sword and Shield's so enjoyable for most people to watch and cheer chatter with, that it's good. So yeah, no, I'd recommend more DS is always a better, even if you just pop in another one, even if it's simple stuff. I love it. I love it. I recommend it. The most rewarding hunts are always gonna be the 1/8000 hunts, because you worked extremely hard for it. They're extremely rare. Even if you got a first encounter 1/8000, that one's 100 bajillion times more rare than anything in 1/4096 most of the time. Outside of like one that might be like maybe an 8-minute soft reset for, but in the general sense, I mean, because even though you got in one encounter, and maybe your other one that was took about 300 encounters before you got your 1/4000 or something, it is a very, very good oh shit, get out of here. It's a very good feeling on that you got something so rare so fast. So even though you put a little work into, you put very little, none work into that one encounter, it's such a crazy thing to happen to get in one encounter compared to like getting a 1/4000 in half odds or under odds or something, or like, you can kind of get what I mean, I think. But it's just a way more rewarding experience. I did a RAM encounter in black and white game and got them decently quick, so I'm gonna grab them and just go. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, as long as you didn't have the because I don't think in black and white, I don't think there's no shiny charm, so there's no way to decrease it. But yeah, black and white's a great game. I love black and white. You can do double encounters in black and white, which makes it to where the output of shines are even faster than normal. Love those a whole lot. If you have diamond and pearl, there's diamond and pearl has an area where you can double hunt in. I think 6 areas or 5 areas in total, and you can double hunt in them. And while it can take a while and the encounters are a little bit slower in the sense of like you're with another person, there's chances to fail if you're not paying attention to shiny. The double encounters to shiny hunt in diamond and pearl and platinum, so good, so fun. However, you can get trolled sometimes. Yeah, black and white's the best ones because like the graphics look awesome. The sprites are beautiful. The sprites are beautiful, but it comes down to the poo-poo-ness of it's just a little slower. Diamond and pearl are. In black and white, it's just that sometimes not many people are playing it. Most people don't like black and white. My biggest problem with black and white is that the fact that the shinies, oh man, the whole gen in particular could have had so much better shinies. That's my biggest problem. There's so many poo-poo stinky shinies in black and white. Like so many like, bare bone changes to the shinies. So those kind of suck. Like there's a lot of very small changes or a lot of like really poo-poo changes. I think it's because there's so many Pokemon in that gen too, and that was while it was still going a random computer generated that's shinies. For the most part, just moved over one palette and that type of thing. So like I understand why that happened. But since there's like I think it was like 156 Pokemon in that game, new ones, something like that. I think it was like 156 new Pokemon, which led to that happening. Obviously, where like you're gonna have a good amount of them that only move over a bit by a computer in the next color shade to be crazy like that, to where either it's gonna be a huge drastic change, such as like a Haxorus or a Druddigan, which are like really good difference in colors, or you might get hit by a something like a Lillipup or something like a Lillipup changes a little bit. But I'm trying to think. There's another really like poo poo one. Like as much as I love Axew and Fracture, they don't really change too much at all. Like while they do have good changes, they're just not as good as like Haxorus or something. Excuse me. So that's my only problem with like black and white. This is a really slept on gen. People be sleeping bigly. I just love it. Love it so much. When I was younger, I loved getting Audino from the tussling wrestling glass. And I remember getting one with this that sparkles, and I thought it meant more XP, so I killed it. And I want to. Oh, geez, Punch myself, kid, bruh. That is so rare too. It's not like extremely rare, but like it's a rare shine. You have to like go out your way to get it. That's heartbreaking. That's such a like. Audino looks really cute in that game, but once it gets over to X and Y, it gets really creepy. It's all big and tubby, and I've seen too many of those in the Friend Safari that I don't like Audino in anything outside like 6th gen upwards, just because I got goofed on. That sucked. Okay, let me read. Oh, sorry, I'm getting everything. Actually, I might just do random comments for it because my pseudo luck is awful. I posted cool in Discord. But I posted Shine Miss. That's what Shine Messino. Yeah. And I seen Shine Messino, and I saw you had it on Instagram. I forgot to like it. Likewise, Fair Hunts too, as well as Diamond Pearl. Yep, they're so fun. Yep, Blitzel and Piduv sucked as a show. Yeah, exactly. I think Blitzel, like, there's parts that's kind of like it had a cool idea, just didn't get the right colors. It literally didn't get the right colors. It just couldn't push through on the right colors, and that's like the problem it had. Is that like if it just was like if it was a more brighter blue, or because it's blue, right? It's like a bluish color. It was more vibrant. It would have been a lot different and more like, nice. You could see it more. Because I think Zeb Strika and they go like a dark blue type of thing, or like a weird bluish color. When I was younger, I loved getting Audino. Oh, I read that one. The wormholes in Sun and Moon. Oh, at least with the wormholes, it wasn't too bad if you KO'd a shiny, to be honest. Because their odds were so much easier in general. But yeah, no. I can feel that though. I've only ever killed a few shinies, and one was a fungus because I thought Dazzling Gleam only hit one target, but at the same time I knew it didn't hit more than one target. I had I think a level 100 Rose Raid against a pack of level 26 Amoongus or Fungus. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't hit. And instead of waiting for the chat to tell me if it doesn't hit, I just went with it, kind of knowing. But at the same time, I looked at the screen, and it showed an arrow to what I was going to hit, and then it showed all the other spots moving too. So it's a semi-indication saying like, hey, look, you're going to hit every single person. But instead, it was one arrow on one single Pokemon. So like, maybe it doesn't, but it was showing an arrow to the exact one I pinpointed. However, all the other ones would get hit as well. But I wish I would have known it would hit everything else, because it was really mixed signals, and I should have done that. I killed a Amoongus like that. In that same month, I ran away from I think Shiny Charm odds Zubat Ram encounters because I was spamming the runaway button in Sun and Moon, and I was reading a chat, and I went to go kill a fruit fly that kept bothering me. And while I was killing the fruit fly, it popped up, and as I looked down, I saw the color was green as it was running, for a split second. I looked back, I'm like, no, it was a shiny Zubat, and no one saw it. I think 2 months ago, I ran away from a Beartic in Friend Safari shiny, and I was mainly just paying attention to chat, being a dumbass. I was, I think, reading someone's questions, and he pops up, and then everyone's like, no, you fool. And that was heartbreaking. I failed a Charmander in Let's Go because I went up the ladder as he spawned in. I failed a few things in Let's Go because I let them just die, and I just wasn't a fan. Remember a while ago I had different shiny versions for Zeb Strika. I remember a while ago I did a different shiny version for Zeb. Okay, my bad. I think you sent that in the Discord, right? A long time ago? Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, no, 1 in 8,000 hunts are amazing hunts. Just don't suspect to get a lot. Like, don't go in suspecting I'm going to get this within like a day or two, or like within a week. It might take you a while, especially if you're only one time hunting it. Other times you might get really lucky. I've seen people like me, for example. I got 4 1/8000s in 24 hours, and that was 2 Cascoons and 2 Banaries, double hunting in the Elix Forest, Elix Forest or Helix Forest or something. I forgot what it's called. No, Eterna Forest. That's the Elix Forest, whatever, is like the one in like Gen 2. I was in Eterna Forest. How did I forget that? I said that thing so many times. Hey, thank you for the luck, Sparks. I appreciate it. Thank you. I wish you luck as well. Remember, I failed to shiny Snorunt in Ultrasound Room because I didn't look at the one that was called in to watch the. Oh, jeez. The blue child die. Yep, that's how it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. Man, that sucks. I luckily didn't fail that one in that game. I was actually hunting that one down, and before I was streaming, back when the game first came out, and I was really happy with it. Beautiful shine. However, I think the gold or the yellow, I can't remember what color it is, but there's like a trim that doesn't really work well with it, and I wish it would have been purple. Like whatever, I think it's like a yellowish or something, like whatever color it is, I can't remember. Talked about it recently. If it would have had a purple trim instead with that blue color it has for its shiny, ooh, that would have been so good. That would have been so good. I would have been so happy if they did that. But yeah, no, I failed a few shinies here and there, nothing as much as I probably should have with how many games I used to play. I haven't failed a 1 in 8,000 shiny, I'm pretty sure yet. I hope it stays like that. And I'm just praying that the 1 in 8,000s will grant me with a Tepig. I've been hunting this Tepig for months now. I've been so many hours put into this Tepig. Actually found this turn change to strike a picture on my Instagram. Okay, I'll buy on Instagram later. I think I might check it out. I might go give it a peep again. Yeah, I think I think Gen 5 had a whole bunch of poo-poo shinies. Great Pokemon designs, poo-poo shinies. Like Tepig's not too bad, not the best. Pignite or Pignit or whatever it's called, Pignite. He's okay, not really. Tepig's better in that regard. And then what's the other guy? Embor. He's decent. He has some cool additions, but nothing crazy, you know, nothing like a Charizard. Nothing like an Infernape. Infernape's a little weak too at times. But overall, like it's like Tepig through Samurott, not too great. I think, or not Tepig, Oshawott through Samurott. Oshawott's kind of cool. He has some like, at least you can tell a little bit in certain spots, but not too much. It's like decent. Like I kind of like it. But outside of that, Samurott's not too great, and neither is is it Dilwat or something? I don't remember Dilwat. Snivy or Snivy through Superior. Snivy, kind of cool. I like the darkness of it, but overall not too great. So a lot of hit and misses just off of the beginning one. So that just led to even more disappointments. Whirlipede's cool. Scolipede, I'm not too sure. Like I know it's pretty much the same with like different colors, but in the same like realm of like a purplish type thing. Or like a crimson type thing. I can't remember. Something like, you know, with that. So it doesn't look too bad, at least. Or maybe it's not brown, is it? Because Whirlipede's like a brownish. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think it's supposed to be like Scolipede is not supposed to look too great. Let's see, what's his name? Sawaddle's here and there, kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of like really like just poo poo ones, like with like the monkeys, Pansage, Panseer, Sinipore, all them kind of sucky. Not really big change. Like there's a lot that just have very, very, very subtle changes that just kind of ruin the gem for me sometimes, just because there's so many good looking Pokemon. So many good looking Pokemon. They just had to like not go the extra mile and make sure the shinies were good. I'm trying to think what else are some like these are some sweet ones like Druddigan, Haxorus, even is it Hydreigon, whatever his name is. Even his like with a small minimal change is done right, you know. What else is there? There's another cool one that's in Gen 5 I can't think of that I love. Audino's even good itself, you know, the instead of it being pink, it goes to a purple. That's a good choice because one purple is a good color, favorite color. But it just looks good overall. What are some other good ones? The Audino, Stunfisk is pretty nice, but it's not like anything amazing. It just looks nice. I like the blue to it, but other than that, it's like not really good. Oh shoot! Well, I just got booped bopped. What else is there? There's I think Minccino or whatever it is. It's cooler now. I don't think it was as good back then. It's a bit better now, I think. Excuse me. You can tell more in the newer gens, I think. You can tell a bit more. Cobalion's kind of cool, but doesn't change much. Verizon, whatever his name's cool. Zekrom and Reshiram are really bad. I wish they had better shinies. It'd be cool if they just changed the shiny colors, you know, like Zekrom turns all white and then Reshiram turns all, you know, black. I thought that'd be really cool, like a palette change between those two. That'd been really smart. And then his like bindings should be gold for Reshiram's neck thing, his neck bindings. I love Verizon Wireless. Is it Virizion or how do you pronounce that Pokemon? Verizon or something. Keldeo's pretty stupid too. Well, he's just stupid overall. I hate Keldeo. Gross. Weird ass like nose face thing. Like he has like a bulbous face. Not a fan of. I don't know why I just can't get past it. Victine's kind of a good shiny. I think Victine's pretty good shiny. Can't get it though. Can't get it without bullshit. That's a good one. There's some other good ones I just can't think of right now. Yeah, it has a whole bunch of poo-poo, so it's really hard to remember the good ones. I wish this was Mudkip so bad. Yeah. I actually been hunting Mudkip and Oris recently. I have not been having too much luck. Thank you, Johnny boy. Johnny boy. Virizion. Okay, Virizion. Yeah. Thank you for that. I hope you have some luck too if you're hunting at all. Or you plan hunting soon. I've been hunting. I got Trico and Torchic and Oris. And Torchic and Ruby. And I just need to get Mudkip on Oris. But I've been hunting it for a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I was hunting Froakie for a while. And I really had no luck with the Froakie. God damn it. I bumped into a Cupchew. I've had no luck with the Froakie lately. Sadly enough. I took a break because I'm going to take a little break from Froakie. Soon we're going to start up our, hopefully in a couple days, start up our shiny Ruby, let's see. Or I'll figure out a name for it. A shiny Ever badge quest. A shiny Everlock badge quest or something. I don't know. It'd be like, no Everstone. Or you have to use the Everstone essentially. No evolutions. It's going to be only like every time I go to a gym, I have to have one new shiny before I challenge that gym. And it's going to be a Nuzlocke, so if they die, they get put into the box, never used again. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know what we're going to do for, but we have a lot of requirements for that. I got the Torchic to do it, and that one, I think the Torchic one will be a playthrough. I think the Trico I won't be evolving any Pokemon. So like I can play with evolved Pokemon. Like if I find like a Graveler, I can play with it. However, I can't evolve my Geodude into a Graveler if I get it shiny. And I can't evolve that Graveler into a Golem. I can only play with Pokemon I catch, and I cannot evolve any. I can only get evolved Pokemon shiny through catching. So it's going to be, I think, pretty fun, just a little hectic, especially once you get to once you get to the Elite Four. If you stroll in there with like a level 70 Snivy or Oshawott or Tepig, versing them, you're more likely to get your ass handed to you. Even if you get to a level 100, you still can get your ass handed to you if you don't have the right movesets and right stuff planned out. So it's gonna be a very, I think, brutal experience of not being able to evolve the first 4 areas Pokemon. Once you collect the 5th and 8th onward, you tend to have more Pokemon that you can use that are a lot better. Like for example, I'm gonna plan on going for a Honedge, which is a dope Pokemon, good shiny, but he's nowhere near as good as his final form. His final form's top tier. So having to use a Honedge is going to be really brutal through the whole, story type thing. I think I might go for Tyrant after the Honedge. And then what else is there? There is, Tyrant. I had something in particular I wanted. I can't think of it. Tyrant. We're going to move on from there. I don't know. I never picked after that. That's if I do like my X and Y. Now I do my Oris. My Oris, I'm not sure. Oris, it'll be Torchic or Trico. And if it's Torchic, I'll probably go for if it's Trico, I might go for Poochyena. And then my Torchic file, I might go for, that's a hard choice. My Torchic file, I might go for Poochyena too. And I think on my Alpha, if I get the Poochyena on my Ruby account, my Alpha Sapphire, I'll get a Lotad, I think. I'll go for the Lotad. Through horde hunting, possibly. And then, I don't know what else after that. I thought about Aaron or Makuhita. There's a lot of cool Pokemon I want to go after for the Shiny Badge Quest, Nuzlocke, Quest thing. An Everlock, where it's like you use Everstones. You're locked in using Everstones, but I don't know, something. I forgot how my friend told me it was like the official name. Something with ever, I think, in it. But yeah, no, I am I love me some shiny hunting. But the problem is that once I get the shinies, I always end up never using them. So I'm trying to make a use of them for the most part. Ugh. We might do a viewer egg lock on Sword and Shield. You guys send me over an egg, a couple eggs, and then I hatch them. Whatever the best one out of them is, I'll keep it and use it for the thing. The rest will either be will be released. There's nothing. They're not gonna be shiny or nothing. Guess who hasn't fallen asleep yet? There they are. There's Meek's back. Still can't get the sleeps. Have you taken your one thing to help you feel better? Maybe help you get some sleep. I don't know. Not THC, but the CBD oil or something. I'm not sure that'll help you. Or your NyQuil. That's not good. It's getting really late. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try to some CBD oil in a bit. Good idea. Good idea. Yeah, you need some rest, man. You need to get some rest. So let's see. I'm trying to think what else we can talk about. I don't know. I think what we'll do in the next couple days, I'll be actually doing my Ruby. I've been trying to do the Ruby Sapphire once no one was home, so people aren't bothering me. I can be as loud as I need to be when doing like a playthrough. These will be Nuzlocke. I might end up having to rage quit at some point, so doing like a part 1 might lead to, frustration. So I'm gonna be really, really slow on it, I guess you could say. I'm going to just make sure it's all right. So I think during that time, I'm gonna keep rearranging my room, trying to fix it up. I think I'm gonna start doing my other channel, which I've been wanting to do for a while, which will be obviously building blocks type of stuff based, building stuff, speed building, or I should say time lapse. I'm not gonna speed build. Speed build's a little too much for good old Chrissy. Unless I built something about 40 times, I'm not gonna ever do a speed build. But I'm going to I think what's it called? Do time lapses where I get like a whole bunch of my old Mega Block sets that haven't been built yet or opened, open them up, build them, and then fast forward the footage so like you can see something come together and get something can be built and it'll look really cool and be really fun. After that, I think I'm going to do Ooh, my friend has a GoPro. I should ask him if I could use it if he still has it. If he still has a GoPro, I can use it for another time lapse type thing. That'd be really cool. But anyways, before I forget, I'm getting as we're gonna do that, but also I've been really into miniatures again. Like I have like a whole bunch of miniature figures I have to like clip out of their sprue holding place and then build them and then paint them. I need to buy the paint, obviously. That's why I haven't done it because I don't have much money. So I might try to find some like really cheap paint to paint with. And I have to buy all the equipment to cut the pieces out and to file the pieces down and all that jazz. So I'm looking into that right now. And I really want to do that. And I think that'd be really cool. So on that channel, I'll also do that. And then I'll also possibly have certain nights of the month or maybe like once every 2 weeks where I have a board game night where I can invite my friends over or go over to my friend's house with and have link up their computer with it and have it to where we just play board games like I don't know, something fun, maybe some type of Dungeons and Dragons, maybe if I'll get into that possibly. And we do it to where we just do that and we have a night where we just stream it and we just hang out and just chat with you guys while we're doing it. And it's just a good time overall. So that's another possibility I've been thinking about doing all on this like other channel. It'll be like pretty much it'll be a I think I'm gonna call it like Chrissy's workshop or something like that. Maybe back alley workshop or something. I don't know just yet. I want it to be like in the realm of like having a Chrissy or something, so like people can know Chrissy workshop or something. I don't know. Chrissy's forge, something stupid. But I've been thinking about that. I don't have any good names. Okay, but low key been hunting Bond Sweet and shield, and I kind of want it. That'd be good. I gotta get my vape from downstairs first. I need some nicotine. Some little nicotine. That would explain it, you know. I'm not explaining it, but I mean, that would, like, you know, that makes sense. No, that would explain a nicotine addiction that we already knew about. I don't know. I'm gonna say that would be nice. That makes sense. That'll explain it. What does that even mean? See, did I tell you that I figured out why the heat wasn't working? No, you haven't told me. No. I've been so busy that maybe you might have even actually maybe sent it through message, but since my what's it called? Since I didn't get to check the messages after the 24-hour mark, sometimes they delete them. So I mean, you might have, but I don't think you have. I just been so busy. I had the engagement party. Yo, there was such a funny part that happened there. So when they were doing the engagement party, you know, giving like the presents to the people that they picked for the engagement party, like the bridesmaid and all that type of shit. She hands her bridesmaid, what's it called, maid of honor, her box, like my friend does. The person that, you know, is getting married, he hands it to the maid of honor, and there was like a disconnect where his was heavier. Hers, the bridesmaid's boxes were heavier than the what do they call it? The not grooms, whatever the fucking the man's side of the party is. I can't even think about it right now. I'm all fucked up. I always get it mixed up. But those dudes, the dudes, they theirs was a lot lighter. So fucking when he handed the girl her box, he kind of thought she had it and let go, and she didn't fully have it yet, and it completely dropped it. And I know completely dropped, but like it completely shattered one of the things in there, which was a shot glass, completely destroying everything in it, except for the bottle. The groomsmen, okay, that's what they're called, the groomsmen. I don't know. I know it's like the groom and I guess the grooms. I don't know who fucking knows. I don't know. But so he like right away they just like look at you like in like disbelief of what just happened. Like oh, you just destroyed the bridesmaid's box on accident. That destroyed the shot glass and something else in there. And they're all like, ooh. So as he's like sitting there like, whoopsies, he backs up and then knocks over some pop. And it spills all over his white carpet. Luckily, they got to it fast enough where it didn't stain or nothing. But it was like just like a huge shit show for a second. Everyone's like looking at you like laughing because like they're like, oh, you just done fucked up. You broke the bridesmaid's present. And then on top of that, it wasn't a big deal. This was funny as fuck. And then like seconds later, he bumps and knocks over it, pop everywhere. And then after that, he almost dropped another one. It was just funny. And I do. Well, I got a new heating cable, and after a few days, group said that it was still cold in the terrarium. So I was confused because the new cable, and it should just work. The cable looks exactly the same like our water cooker, by the way. But turns out groups kept unplugging it and charges. What a dumbass group, you idiot! You fool! No, like once you started saying that, I was like, once you said like he's checked, I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was once you said that, I just knew when you got to the point that said the cable looks exactly the same. I got heat, motherfucker, unplugged it. Like once I read that thing, when she said the new cable, and I got that part, I just knew right away it was gonna be that. He has to get one of those like wall like multi outlets now, like he and Pan and raw and a new cable, but for nothing exactly. I guess it's like there in case. Still really irritating. Can you return it? Still extremely irritating. But I'm happy it's like nothing like, you know, crazy happened or like now that breaks or something. It's funny, but also really annoying. God damn it, group. He has that type of vibe to him where like he's like, I don't know what's going on. It just keeps turning off. And then it's realized he's been unplugging it the whole time. And knowing him, he probably didn't plug it back never after he got done with it. That's so irritating. Funny, but very irritating. How's his has he been liking doing this? Has he been doing any more beef jerky stuff? Has he been looking into doing it, taking a little break from it? I meant to ask him if he's been like wanting to do it still and wanting to do all that type of stuff. I know it's a lot of taxing work and all the jazz. It wasn't too extremely expensive. I'll just keep it. Exactly. That's perfect. Yeah. Keep it in case it breaks. Exactly. But still kind of irritating. Got a little irritating. My friend is so funny. So we're hanging out and I was like, I know he wanted to play some of the Star Wars Legions with me. So I thought like maybe I'll just get a single set, get some paint and try it out. And if I like it, maybe I can convince him to go half and half on it with me. Maybe we can go and we can figure out something later on. I'll still buy the whole thing if he didn't want to, but that was like a mindset. If I did get this and I liked it and it was a lot of fun from just picking it up, then maybe I'll see if he wants to go half and half on a starter set or something. So I asked him if he wants to go look around, and after I said, never mind, there's none around here. I have to buy it online. He then says, oh, okay, well, if you want to go with me, could you go with me to help me get a tank? Because I'm on Facebook Marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace is cool, but there's also a bunch of creepy people on there sometimes. You don't know. It's like a Craigslist now, but you never know what you could get. You might get like a crazy boomer or something that just going to talk about your ear off about shit you don't care about. Or it might be just some drug dealer or something. You never know what you get yourself into. So yeah, I'll go with you. So we go there and he's like, yeah, my tank seam is starting to mess up quite a bit. And I'm not sure if he'll like crack it or something, like cause it to be all messed up. So I found someone selling the tank. We're going to go out there. And then as we're talking, then we started talking about some stuff. He goes, I'm like, oh, there's nothing here that I need. I can't do it. He's like, $200 is a lot of money for the tank, And he's like, I just had something to where I think that it's causing like there's something wrong with my tank also. I think probably like a certain source that's causing. He had an urchin and it died recently. He goes, I don't know why it just died. Like it shouldn't have died. So we've just been, we're like, okay, well, what do we want to do? He goes, maybe I'll just fix the tank and then I'll fix something else in it and then we'll be good to go. I don't actually need to buy $200 on a tank. So as we're chatting, we go home and he touches the water. He goes, ah, shit. And he goes, what? I'm like, it's got fucking zapped. He goes, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Why I get zapped? I'm like, what? So I put my hand there. I feel a little tickle. And then I'm like, what is going on? So then, we're just chilling, He's like, what the hell? And he touched it again. He goes, I got fucking zapped again. We're like, what? He goes, I think there's like some type of electrical current going through my fish tank. He goes, because I had a crack going on or something. It wasn't a crack, it was like a seam that had something, which he didn't actually really need. So then, we figured, okay, well, he starts unplugging things over. He's unplugging it. It's gone. Plug it. It's gone. Plug it. It's gone. He's on, unplug it, not plug it. He keeps unplugging them. They're all gone. The current's gone and whatnot. He's like, what the hell's going on? So then he finally unplugs the newest thing he bought. And like this skimmer that's supposed to like clean the tank was sending out like electrical currents into the water. And I think we think it fried his like fucking, his urchin to death. Like it like zapped it because it was like on a possible, like a rock that possibly is conductive and killed it. And he touched it like he touched the main source because it went like he has a tank below his tank that cycles all this stuff out. And he touched the cycling tank and it fucking, he's like, fuck, he got zapped real hard. So it spread out the electrical current to the upper tank, but it was a lot weaker. So you wouldn't be able to tell. So he's like, what the fuck? So he meshes the place. It's not supposed to happen. So they probably sent him a defective one that had some type of problem with it that caused it to leak the electricity out, which sadly killed his urchin. His other two fish, I think he said he might have killed some other fish. I think we only had 2 fish left. So yeah, he sent him a message and hopefully we'll get it all figured out. But luckily he didn't have to buy a new fish tank and he got everything sorted out for the most part. But still. Okay, how you doing, Selby? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. But yeah, so it was just like a long day. Had we realized it was something that small, I probably would have gone and helped him. Not because like, I didn't want to, but I would have been streaming. But yeah, no, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. So had fun with him regardless. So had fun chatting and whatnot. And he's very lucky he didn't like, he's like, there's also some like build up, a little bit more build up than normal of like the algae and all that type of shit in the gunk. Because I think I have to like fix the seam of this. And then, once he took that all out, everything was just a lot better. So it was just wild. Just wild. Let's see. Put it out. He's like, oh, that. Let's see. I know I missed a few things. Okay. Yeah, I put it out to him, and he was like, oh, that's why. But he keeps getting the cables mixed up, and he unplugged it again. A few hours ago. God damn it. He's going to have to get like get one of those, if you can. I know that Euroland has a bit different plugs than we do. There's a plug that has it to where you can, a plug-in that pops it into your socket, and it gives you 6 instead of like 2 or instead of 3. And it's really, really useful. And it's like only like maybe like $5-10. You can plug in pretty much so many things into it. Or you get an extension cord too, but it's like a direct plug-in. And it's just so nice. It distributes the force out evenly, the electrical current, and it's just so good. So I recommend looking into that. Big Brain wants involving beef jerky. He got a lot of beef to make beef jerky. I was gonna make meatballs today, but the minced meat had gone bad, so I decided to just cook the beef instead. Oh geez. Fortunately, I did not notice that the beef had gone bad too. We both have stomach cramps now. Yep, that sucks. That happens. Hopefully you can flush it all out and it doesn't goof you up. I got food poisoning a few times. I almost semi feel like I have food poisoning constantly. I feel like it's like a dice roll if I get food poisoning. Because like I have IBS, so it's like almost like some type of food poison to some extent, you know. So like what happens is when you have IBS, you'll like eat some food, and then within like anywhere between like a couple seconds to like 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes or 20 minutes, you have to go to the bathroom right away, and it hurts really bad, like your stomach does and whatnot. Until you go to the bathroom, once you go, it still hurts, but yeah, it's just funny because like um uh so like I always have like that thing where obviously it's not like obviously food poisoning 100 times worse, but like I have like that semi chronic one where like you never know when like you're gonna eat and then you're gonna constantly die. Like today I had a Whopper. I woke up, my mom got me a Whopper, and I was getting ready to I took a little nap. Then I was like, well no, I took a little nap. Then I woke up, got all situated, was waiting to use the bathroom to shower for like an hour, and then realized no one was actually in the shower. The door was just closed, and I was really upset. And then as I was about to go, my mom got home, picked up my brother about 2 o'clock, and so I ate the Whopper. And then my brother had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I'll go to the bathroom really quick. I'll take a shower after. Well, he took about like, a couple minutes in the bathroom, go in the bathroom himself, and then I had to go to the bathroom so bad. It was gone within like 5 minutes. I was like dying. So yeah. Either way though, after that, I then got into the shower. Right as I get out, my friend's like, "Hey, do you wanna?" I asked him like, "Hey, do you want to possibly go by and check out the game supply store? It only take me about 30 minutes. I'll go there really quick and see if they got, and then we'll pick it up. If we do, we'll have a good old time, and then we'll just chat. And then I'll tell him how the speed or how the building goes. He might even want to participate in some of it. Well, after that, then he's like, okay, I have to go get a fish tank, and that's where that whole entire story. Where it wasn't a big deal. It's just like it was just like so much stuff happened, and it was like very simple how to fix it, and we're just like, oh, son of a bitch. So then we got to here. I don't remember what I was getting with this story. Oh yeah, I was just telling how my day went. I was just trying to say that I had a Whopper today, and it gave me poops, and that's it. All the extra stuff was just my day, I guess. Oh man. The ironic thing is that let's see, mad cow. Well, wait, maybe mad cow disease will get us before the coronavirus does. That's true. That's true. I heard it's been still going, still powering through that cornhole virus, that cornhole virus. Yeah, I wouldn't want any virus with my cornhole. The wrong thing is that the mince meat was only bad 2 days, and I was like, yeah, no, that's too much for cooking that, and the beef had gone bad. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, because like if you have like some beef, sometimes it's like you can a day or two, if you're lucky. In certain cases, certain beefs can like last like after it says it expires by. Like with milk, it says like sell by. We'll say 12/31, but that means you might have like 3 days after you sell it. They just have to sell it because you maybe not will use it all. So sometimes meats like that too, depending on certain meats and where you get it at. But overall, it's mostly like like a day at max, and that's bad. So 5 days, that's gonna get it good. I always thought it was kind of weird how like food just goes bad. Like I understand why, but it's such an annoyance. Such an annoyance. I feel like food consumption would pointless food buying would go down so much more if food didn't get old. Like because I don't know how many times where like there's something in the fridge that we only eat like like we'll say like we'll buy a whole pack of meat and we eat half the meat, and then there's other stuff to eat, and then you go back and it's gone. So yeah, I don't know, like it's just kind of annoying. At least the beef was vacuum sealed, so I probably won't die. Yeah, you'd probably be pretty good. Um, like a prime example of like if you put like meat in the freezer, it prolongs its life by like 300%. I think that's so wild. Like the moment you switch it from like that fridge right to a freezer, it's like zoink, you just pretty much turned it into eternal meat. Not all meats, but majority. There's a lot of good meats out there that you can put in the freezer. It's gonna last you so much longer. Like before it expires, before that goes bad and whatnot. It's crazy. It's crazy to think how like that simple change does that. Fave Pokemon? I like Dunsparce a whole lot. Dunsparce, Yamna, Murkrow, Honchkrow, Yamega. Snorlax is up there at times. Phalanx, Mega, Gmax Snorlax. There's a lot. I like a lot. It's hard to pick, but if I had to go with one, it's Dunsparce. Go for a second one, it's Yamega slash Honchkrow. It's really hard to pick. Expiration dates unless it's dairy, meat, or it's 3. Yeah, exactly. Unless there's multi, and I get you. Yeah, I mean, there's times where like something says like expiration date, and I'm sitting there like, I don't know about that. It seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Like I had some like what was it, like some oats or something, It was like, I ate them. I guess not too bad. It just tastes a little bit different. And I was all like 2 months old. I was like, whoopsies. There was no mold at least. I didn't get sick. But yeah, no. I think my least favorite thing is like, what makes me really upset is what is it? The thing that makes me really upset is when milk or chocolate milk expires and you don't know, and then you eat something, you're like, ugh. Or if like something's expired for like a couple days, the milk is, and you put it in your cereal and realize, and you're like start eating it, it's like, oh, such a gross taste. I remember one time, I told a story before, like a long time ago. I went to my grandma's house back when she lived about like 20 minutes away, and I thought she had chocolate milk in the fridge, but she didn't have chocolate milk. She didn't have chocolate milk at all. It was actually apple cider. That was really dark. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna have some chocolate milk with Fruit Loops or something. I was like something weird, like where not Fruit Loops. No, that'd be kind of weird. It was something where it made sense. Maybe it was like, I think it was like maybe like Rice Krispies or something. It made sense. It was something like that. And I fucking poured the apple cider in there. I took a bite. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this? Why is this chocolate milk so bad? I was so confused. And I took another bite. I'm like, why is this not tasting better? But I didn't want to waste the food, so I like had to like, I ate half of it before I was about to throw up. Because how weird it was. And I looked at the thing. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's apple cider. That's apple cider. Wasted so much apple cider with that too. Gee, really funny though. If I'm being honest, really funny though. Get milk when I really crave it. I'll drink like 6 cups of it, then I won't drink it for 3 days and have to throw it away after that. Yeah, no, that's wasteful. I hate when people waste milk. I hate when people waste like dips or milk. I don't know why. Like it really upsets me. So I always like make sure we use it. I mean, I also sometimes don't drink it fast enough, but the problem is that like either someone drinks it way too fast or it gets wasted. Not always, but like those are like the two problems I have with it. Either someone drinks it all and then there's none for me to make food, or I planned on making food or using it for something particular and I go and check and it's gone. That really upsets me because I was solely looking forward to it and I get goofed on. That's a big one. But yeah, no. Love and hate relationship with that there stuff. Love me Choco milk though. That's my favorite. I had so many of it recently. We had 2 big jugs of it. Not big jugs, but like the thin jugs because it was like 75% off. So we only had 2 days to drink it. And I drank one of them one day and I drank the other one halfway through and I got extremely sick because not sick, I just got extremely full, which then like because I was eating my food and then I drank pretty much like almost a whole entire like half a gallon of milk in one sitting, which is not hard to do, but when you're eating and you just power it down, I was like, uh-oh. I got extremely full, but I still I didn't even really get to eat my food much. So I had to like force myself to eat. So I know how to get hungry later. But all that led to was extremely dead. It's gone within 2 hours. It stays in the fridge for 6 weeks. Yeah. Ours is always gone. That's what it mainly is. Unless me and my brother leave or my brother leaves for the week or something and like or something like that. That's it mostly safe, but ours is mostly almost always gone. Let's see, very open borders as a xenophobic empire. Oh, that's funny. My brother's playing Stellaris or something. No, not Stellaris. I don't know. It's like some like really funny game. Oh, I had hot chocolate milk with whipped cream a few days ago. Yeah, that's tasty. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love that. I require more. I need more. More sugar. Sugar, more sugar. You know, I love me some choco milk. Tasty AF. And then if you do hot choco, it's even better. Not always. Sometimes I like the coldness of it. I hate when you get chocolate milk where you like squeeze in like the Hershey syrup and like it doesn't really taste good, but it does kind of. So I just keep doing it. All right, I'm gonna try to sleep again. Okay, see you later. Makes things time by. I'm gonna try to stream earlier. We'll see what happens. Knowing my luck, I won't be able to. Knowing my dumb luck. Oh, but we'll try. Either way, thanks for streaming, babe. I tried all, but I gotta try. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Same here. Later. Yeah, I'm gonna take some NyQuil soon. I'm gonna try to go to bed at like 11 or 12 and try to wake up around 9 o'clock or so, chill for a bit, and then stream hopefully around like 11 or 12 for quite some time. I want to be able to relax. I want to see what's going on. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I actually might be busy tomorrow. Shit. I have to like help with some rearranging of a room because we're having people come inspect our windows to see, give us a quote of how much it's gonna cost to fix the windows. I really don't know. Something weird like that, dude. Something weird like that. Oh, Haley just woke up, or she was busy. I don't really know. Do 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 do. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Okay, I'm probably gonna head out soon. I think I'm gonna try to get early sleep today. I'm probably gonna take NyQuil in an hour, try to rest, and then be ready for a big day of streaming tomorrow. Big day of streaming tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna see if the Switch Up is in stock. I'm not sure if it is. If it's in stock and not too expensive, I might buy it. And then I might think about buying Temtems and have it to where I auto farm one of these games while I play Temtems. Maybe, I don't know. Just so I can relax a bit more and not worry about shiny hunting too much in another Switch game, or I don't know. I think I'm gonna have auto farm eggs type of thing, and then who knows what else. Maybe like then I'll hatch them or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll auto farm, auto hatch or something, and I'll have giveaways. That might be a good idea. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, 1 second. Ugh. There we go. So I think that might be something I do. I'm not sure. Because I'd like to give away some shinies. These people always ask, "Can you host raids so I can get shinies?" I'm like, I don't like hosting raids because I feel like it's cheating the system. If I have it to where it cheats the system, but it like auto farms stuff and I give it away for free, then that's not a big deal. But like, I don't know. I don't want to become a raid streamer. Those raids are stupid too. Like those not raids, but those streams are dumb. They're the most boring things I've ever seen. Just super boring for me. But hey, it pays the bills. It gets people in there, so nothing wrong with the people doing them. I mean, I wish people weren't doing them, but nothing wrong per se for doing them. Nothing wrong for the most part. Oh, son bitch. I really hate little Sneasel. Little Sneasel, little butt plug. Just getting shoved up my ass without me being happy. Getting stuck up there. Hate that guy. Hate that guy. Little Sneezy. Zoink. Okay, we're good. No, we're not. That's not. I thought that was something else. Like, whoa, we got something. Not the case. 9:32. Let me see. Oh, I almost fucked up something. What you playing on? God damn it. Son of a bitch. Playing on. Do we know? Okay, sorry. Just getting all settled in with if I want to like head out in a bit and do some other stuff. I'm not sure just yet. Also, my friend asked him like, "Hey, do you have a?" I'm like, "Hey, do you have a charger for an Android?" He goes, I have a C." I'm like, "No, I need the other thing." He goes, "Oh no, I don't have any of those." I go look over in a pile and it's just chilling there. And I'm like, I'm like, "Oh, look, there's one right here." So I use it. It's all great. It's actually really good. I asked him, "Can I use this?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Sweet." And it's like one of the best chargers ever. So when I say use it, I'm probably gonna keep it forever. This thing is good. Powered up my phone really fast. Like I can play an app game and it actually just continuously charges it compared to my other chargers, which are decent quality. When I start playing the app game, it will burn through the charge and it will like run out really fast. It's really weird, but it just works overall. So I'm gonna continue with that. Using that good one. Ver is surprised at it though, because I've had one of the chargers I've used and it was a poo poo charger. So he has, I guess, just a better version of it. I don't know. It's weird. I like it though. Okay. Ooh, my stream is currently on. I need to watch it. Damn it! I need to watch that stream. However, it's also I'm missing. I need to watch the rest of the last one. Last person, his stream was like 4 hours. It only does like 2 to 3, if three at max, mostly 2.5 hours. Last one was like about 4 hours. I'm like, fuck. I'll have to tread through all that. Luckily, most of it doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just the Iowa consensus of the voting and whatnot and all that bullshit. Okay. Then we're gonna do a couple more encounters. I'm gonna head out, just chill for about an hour maybe, then take some NyQuil and get to bed hopefully around like 12 or 1. And then I will be able to hopefully get up at a decent time tomorrow and start streaming pretty decent, like get ourselves all situated back in. Getting really sick, then having that engagement party as well recently, like all that stuff happening really threw me off streaming and really ungoofed me. So we're gonna try to work on that, and we're gonna start slowly moving over to Twitch, and then we're going to try to fix the other stuff that has to be fixed. Upload videos. It's kind of weird because like I can't like do videos because there's always people here, and you don't want to like inhibit your ability of stuff because you're self-conscious that someone might hear you and you look like an idiot. That's like the one problem I have with streaming right now is that I look like a fucking idiot if someone listens to half the stuff I say. But luckily it's in passing, you know. So yeah. Just kind of a pain in the ass. Damn, that hum said almost said vanilla vanilla and like Litten mixed with vanillite. I don't know why that came to my head. That's just weird. Weird stuff. Okay. That's poop. That's poop part 2. I also forgot to notify the Discord today, which like a lot of people only come through Discord notification. I keep forgetting about that. That was a big goof up on my part. Let's see. Good idea. This will be shy. I'm calling it. 1 second. Select all. Yeah, I'll check. I'll check. How is the computer all working fine? I got things mixed up. Next shiny, hopefully in Tepig. Next shiny in Tepig. Oh, my stomach is acting up. Now I'm really hungry. I think I have to go bathroom. So message you that. Okay, sorry. I just have to. Let's yep, made sure the RPM stayed the same and started up. So let's see. On startup, so I hope the GPU won't die. If it does, Max Center allows me to exchange it for another. Okay, good. That's good. Good. Yeah, no. Yeah, my every time I turn off my computer and I start up, it always runs the diagnostics, and it always says my heating and everything is completely fine. Um, completely fine all the time. So like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. This man just fell asleep streaming. You wait. Are you streaming now? Did you just fall asleep while you were streaming? What's going on? How you doing, newbie? How you doing, buddy? How you been? How you been, dude? There's been so many times where I almost fall asleep streaming. Wait, why did I go for the fucking Snivy? How'd that happen? That was weird. Big so talk to you. Talk to you later, newbie. See you later, buddy. Popped in for to say hi for the break. Had to dip out. That's my toot. I'm not sure if you guys heard it, but it felt great, and I feel a little bit better. My stomach's acting up a little bit. I think it's like residual Burger King, or I think I might just be like it might be something, but also I might be hungry. I might be minorly hungry as well. Okay, now as I sit here, I realize I am very hungry too. I do like Micro Center a whole lot lately. I feel more safer going to that store and picking up the stuff or having it get ordered there than buying something like random online like that, where you deal with having to go to the place and return it, like post office. I would go to a store and just return something if something happens. So I feel like Micro Center is like the way to go. The way to go. I loved what's it called? I love how much stuff costs at Micro Center. Man, that store is just filled with so much expensive shit. Again, like a Best Buy type of feel. Where you go into Best Buy and like if half the shit in there is just like crazy. The amount of inventory, amount of money in inventory they have there is just crazy. Same if you go to like a Gucci store or some shit as well though, but it's like it's something I can understand more because it's all like pieces and like it's stuff that I like would actually buy. Like you look and it's the RAM section, like the cheapest, like not cheapest, but like some cheap RAM would be like could be about like we'll say like $50 and they'll have stacks of it of multiple rows which ramp up in price. And it's just crazy to think. At least like with a GameStop, like most of the stuff they'll have just on the shelf and they have multiple copies of the games. But at the same time, they don't always have that many games that they say on there. So like just say like a new like Luigi's Mansion comes out, they might have a whole bunch of inventory, but once it sells out, they might only keep a residual like 10 copies, if that makes any sense. So it's always like a weird thing, weird thing when going to a store and you can see all the product out, all of the expensive product, all the multiple things and whatnot. It's just crazy. Someone's making something that smells good, and I'm really sad because now I'm pretty sure that wasn't for me, and now I want some. Then again, it smells something that could be for multiple people, so maybe my mom's making something. It's either my brother's making pizza for himself or my mom's making some type of dough thing, like some garlic bread or something that happens every once in a while. She goes, "Here, got you guys some snacks. Got you guys some food. Here you go. Here's dinner." I'm like, "Dang, dude, cool. I gotta make it now. I gotta make no dinner." Yeah, like I hate most of the time. I hate cooking for myself, but if like I have to cook for someone else, then it doesn't bother me. Or cook for someone else and myself, that doesn't bother me. So like when I was would go down to like New Jersey, cooking dinner for me and Haley, like it was totally fine. I liked it. I like doing that. Sometimes I'll be a little lazy, but overall I like doing it. I could do that often. I enjoyed it. But if I'm gonna go upstairs and cook for myself, it's like, who cares, dude? What's the point? I'm gonna eat it and poo it out. Might as well just go get like cereal or something. Excuse me, burped. Oof, that was a weird one. It, like imploded in my mouth, but like like when like you have like that air rush up, it just wouldn't make the burpee noise and got like stuck, and it was weird. That was wild. I don't know how to explain what just happened, but it happened. Oh man. Oh shit. Ooh, that guy almost got me too. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, damn it, that Cub shoe got me. Son of a bitch. The movement in this game, the dodge and pull in this game is just as much as like a fucking like rhythm game, I swear. Anyways, here's the final encounter. Then I'm gonna go lay down and relax. I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight. Try to chill. Try to just schmood. And yeah. I appreciate you all stopping by. Hope that your computer runs good, Marks. Hopefully Mies gets some good sleep. I know she's not here, but do hope for that. And hope everyone else has a shiny luck. Newbie was in here for a bit. He's off a break now, so he can't do it. Okay, that was not a Tepig. That was an Oshawott. But anyways, one more encounter of Cufant. And then I'm gonna, I think, relax. I'm gonna relax. I might even take my Switch and do a few egg collectings. Okay, just give me a goddamn Cufant. A few egg collectings for Score Bunny, I think. So I can hatch 2 at once. Because I'm just at the point where I just want to hatch the Score Bunny. I'm at the point where I just want to hatch the Score Bunny. Whoop. Doink. Okay, well, there's no Cufants. I'm going to get the Tepig encounter done before I get the Cufant. This is actually kind of irritating. I hate how it's like a 10% spawn right now. Once Magnet Pull comes out, it'll be so much better. But I don't know if I can wait that long. Man, I've been hunting. I think I will. Okay, there's one Cufant. Okay, well, there's a Sneasel. There's a Sneasel. I guess it's until we get the Tepig at this point. We'll see if we get the Tepig. Ooh, I'm very cold right now, too. Hit the Obstagoon because mine. Why not at this point? Oh, the Cufant was right there. I was about to say, we're not about to get fast Cufant on this spawn. I'll have to loop to dupe. Oh my god. Oh my god. New section Cufant. Let's see if we've got a shiny Cufant here. Nope. No shiny Tepig either. No shiny Tepig or Cufant. Nope. Nope. Okay. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow at a decent time. We're here.